papi. Nick, apurate.
No more apologizing for being excellent.
Eso no importa, pues apurate.
From now on, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna be dope. And not apologize for it. I'm sorry I'm dope, nigga. Wrap your mind around it, embrace it. This is a fact of life. Here. God, I am so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, fuck up that money, then make it again. I fuck her twice and I make her my friend. Shit, look at these haters, they hating again. I know they don't like it, they taking it in. Fuck up a check, then we making it back. She like you now, I'm a draper in that. She want the D, I've been waiting on that. I've been doing my thing, they been hating on that. And I meant what I said, I ain't taking it back. We get your chain, we ain't taking it back. Reach for my chain, get your flexing for that. Only speak on my name when you stay in the facts. Please, I know we ballin' too much. And all of these pretty hoes falling for us. I say, Vin, I keep mommy and call it to us. If I give you my number, don't call me too much. Comprende? City to city, bad bitches and titties. She jump on the jet with me, she on the tour. I'm in Balenci, LeBron and Da Vinci. My pockets on Benji and she in Dior. Flex on the grand just to look like you got it, but really you broke. Seen suckers pop shit on their Twitter like killers and really get smoked. No niggas that used to be trappers on Twitter just telling us jokes. While we getting money, just burning this bread, trying to turn it to toast. For real, they say we talk about money too much, but maybe they ain't getting money enough. I say, Dima, Lil Poppy, he come with a truck, he gon' make me a tab and I'm running it up. Gracias.
Let me welcome you, get introduced to the king. Bentley, Ferrari, brand new and they clean. So disappointed when niggas talk shit on their record. You see them, don't do anything. Okay, killing these niggas way more than before. Been stunting and shining since back in the 90s. I'm about to forget it. The Glock in my pocket remind you. Plug the whole city behind me. Spend hundreds of thousands, no millions of diamonds. In Philly, they go at me milli about me. I'm solid and thorough, stand up before. See these niggas, I just be like, what the fuck? Ain't nowhere in the hell you can fuck with her. Like a bad bitch with no furniture. I can't do nothing with her. Still hit her and them bad bitches who home with her. That's how I do it, can't give you the formula. Don't stop me now, just warming up. Nigga be acting the fuck they performing for. Leave her right there for the coroner. Man, my bitch look so bad she a foreigner. Aston Martin, the tire is formal. How we kickin' that shit by the normal. We grand hustling, scheming and chasing our dream. Stacking that paper. Here in my raps, you see me, you see what I mean. Dripping that flavor. Fuck nigga hater, but try me and split that potato. Then go sit and eat with the mayor. Skiing and veil. David Chappelle told me you niggas are funny as hell. Right to the smoking and running the tail. Hoping the fuck put you under the jail. Damn.
Como dice Pablo, plata plomo. Así es como es. La verdad. Que te vaya bien, bitch.
Hey, ¿qué pasa, mi amigo? You know what I mean? Hey, tranquilo. Wait, hold up. What do you do? Hey, I see you got some weed. Mira. This ghetto grande mota. Man, what you should say? Come on, say he say a lot of weed. Yeah, yo quiero grande mota. Okay, huh? Cocaine? Hell yeah, mucho. You want that? You dig?
Yeah. Put a line for the 215.
Meet time, it's meet time.
For the love of the city. All my niggas on the block. 12 o'clock when you willing. Fuck 12 in the cop. They wanna see me in the cage. I'd rather see me in the race. Motivation on the ground. And going live on these niggas on stage. Goddamn. Who's out the streets? Me. Who driving heat? need receipt, cause these niggas up. Nigga ain't nothing but me average. Coming out the right with a bad bitch. At the clip, put moonwalking. Wrist hard, glitter, Michael Jackson. Nigga bad messing with the direction. Same with the internet captain. When we do a hit, it's a murder. Shit'll get ugly like catfish. Who came and triple this work? Me. Who shall inherit the earth? Me. Who see the plug, get them dirt? Cheap. I get them bad bitches first. Make it rain on them, put champagne on them bad bitches, do whatever I say. Wait.
I bought a Rolls Royce just to burn that shit and set that shit on fire, niggas.
For the love of the city. All my niggas on the block. 12 o'clock when you're willing. Fuck 12 in the cop. They wanna see me in the cage. I'd rather see me in the rifle. A motivation on the gram. And going live on these bitches on stage. Goddamn. Who's out the streets? Me. Who dropping heat? Me. Who like the city or pull up that Billy truck? Right to the motherfucking seat. Me. Who dropping shit through the water? Me. Who really dropping that fight? Me. Back on the water, listen when I speak. Who got the key to the streets? Me. Who really poppin' shit? Came in your city and got it lit. All of these pretty hoes I done hit. You better pray that I got a bitch. I show no mercy on niggas' hoes. All I gotta do is just like a pig. If you a hop, I'ma buy your bitch. This for the track, this is not a hit. Woo! Nigga, I'm an icon living. Jumping on the chopper out of prison. Bunch of supermodels on a visit. I'ma let it love you get a picture. Fit the door. Turn your Hellcat into a kitten. I can smell rat, niggas snitching. Touchdown in the back to the business. Who they say dropping that work? Me. Who hit them bad bitches first? Me. Who tried 250 a verse? Me. Who rap but still get you murked? Me. Cop trying to put me on the north side of Philly cause I'm still popping willies like what? New jury, new money on the way and I just ordered that Rolls Royce truck, you dig? For the love of the city. All my niggas on the block. 12 o'clock when you're willing. Fuck 12 in the cop. They wanna see me in the cage. I'd rather see me in the rifle. A motivation on the gram. And going live on these bitches on stage. Goddamn. Who's out the streets? Me. Who dropping heat? Me. Who like the city or pull up that Billy truck? Right to the motherfucking seat. Me. Who dropping shit through the water? Me. Who really dropping that fight? Me. Back on the water, listen when I speak. Who got the key to the streets? Me. P-H-I-double-L-Y, he that guy, he never gon' lie, forever be fly. I been that nigga, I can swear that my guy crossed my heart and put that on my mind. My Buddha Pedic, I ain't setting the time like King John. I been ready to buy my gig, gon' take a jet to Dubai. You not 100, nigga, 75. You play big, must be ready to die, nigga, for effing with I. Me. Little fish. They call me little fish cause I be swimming in that pussy.
Yeah. Beats, holla at me.
She gon' bust it down like double tech.
Only boss moves are being made here.
Fuck her and her friend, that's an M1.
Only boss moves are being made here.
Bunch of pretty bitches on the yacht. Treat a supermodel like a thotty. Swerving down collars in a drop. 30 shots on me, that's a mop. Shorty, got her head on the shit genius. Swipe a black card up in Neiman's. 80 racks could've bought a demon. Track guy living like a kingpin. Got your baby daddy sick. On the gram, leaving comments on my pics. Get your man, baby, before I get him hit. I ain't playing, girl, I'm really with the shits. 1 a.m. we probably be at the club. 2 a.m. probably leaving the club. All the bad bitches, yeah, they leaving with us. Pull up Lamborghini, got him eating the dust. VIPs for all the PYTs. Puppy up in the session, we doing BIGs. I'm notorious, just exploring these Givenchy's. Said she wanted Somali, need the CIDs. Got her smoking on cookie, now look at she Chinese. When I ask where she going, that mean that she gotta leave. Like we taking a picture, baby, we got cheese. Came for 5 minutes, damn, she not pleased. I'm like, hold up, Uber on the way right now. With a rich nigga pipe down. Pussy so wet, I drown. Go again, baby, not now. 12:45, I'm on my way to the club. You say to me, baby, I ain't taking no drugs. Wednesday R&B, I'm about to take it a rug. She don't want a good, but she wanna stay with a thug, for real. 1 a.m. we probably be at the club. 2 a.m. probably leaving the club. All the bad bitches, yeah, they leaving with us. Pull up Lamborghini, got him eating the dust. Hold up. Bad bitch, that's a bad bitch.
Only boss moves are being made here.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Dunked on him, now I'm swinging off the rim. Bitch ain't coming off the bench, while I'm coming off the court fully drenched. Here goes some haterade, get your thirst quenched. Style doing him in this Burberry trench. These birds copy every word, every inch. But gang got the hammer and the wrench. I pull up in that $250,000 off the lot. Oh, now she tryna be friends like I forgot. Show off my diamonds like I'm signed by The Rock. Ain't pushing out his baby's telly by The Rock. Hey yo, I been on, bitch you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nicki like the Prince on. I been on, bitch you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey yo, I been off, Laura been Croft. Play say Chang Lee, drop the bins off. Oh, I get it. They painted me out to be the bad guy. Well, it's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy do the rap game like me. I went and copped the chopsticks, put it in my bun just to pop shit. I'm always in the top shit. Box seats, bitch, fuck the gossip. How many of them could've did it with finesse? Now everybody like she really is the best. You played checkers, couldn't beat me playing chess. Now I'm about to turn around and beat my chest. Bitch is King Kong, yes it's King Kong. Bitch is King Kong, this is King Kong. Chinese ink on, Siamese links on. Call me 2 Chains, name go ding dong. Bitch is King Kong, yes I'm King Kong. This is King Kong, yes Miss King Kong. In my kingdom, with my Timbs on. How many championships? What? 6 rings on. They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me. So they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me the bad guy, Chung Lee. Hey yo, I been
Only
on,
boss moves
bitch,
are
you
being
been
made
con.
here.
Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nicki like the Prince on. I been on, bitch you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey yo, I been off, Laura been Croft. Play say Chang Lee, drop the bins off.
Only boss moves are being made here.
You're listening to ABM 101. Yo, streets.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they trippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they trippin', ice.
Give me a little something to remember. Tryna make love in the sprinter. Quit you drop a nigga like Kimber. Looking like a right swipe on Tinder. Shit on these hoes. Let up my wrist on these hoes. Now I look down on these bitches. I feel like I'm on stilts on these hoes. Fuck your baby daddy right now. And the maid got cake by the pound. Go down, eat it up, don't drown. Making cheese in a bow, how it sound. I got that gushy, yeah that's a fact, but I never been pussy. I been that bitch since pajamas with footies. One MVP and I'm still a rookie like whoop. I gotta work on my anger. Might kill a bitch with my fingers. I gotta stay out of Gucci. I'm finna run out of hangers. Is she a stripper, a rapper, a singer? I'm busting blacks in a belly, Montega. Right through your hood like bitch I'm the mayor. You not my bitch, then bitch you a danger. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they trippin', ice. Bitch, you a thought ain't trickin'. Put her on the knee, make her lick it. Protect on my wrist and it glistening. The bitch got mad, I dissed her. Shawty, you ain't nothing to a rich nigga. How I put a check on a bitch nigga. Fuck your whole set and your clip, nigga. Got a gang full of dud, it's broke niggas. Diamonds on me, what's the price? I'm not getting involved with the hype. I'm too rich to get into a fight. 50 racks got my jean fitting tight. Pay that price and them boys come and wipe ya. We had to dispose of the diaper. Yeah, we trap every week, every night. Where my movie too smooth, no indictment. Yeah, figures or lightning. 50 Beast every 90 in his biting. When I got a meal, I got excited. For the cash, I'ma turn to Michael Myers. Baguettes keep dripping, dropping. My wrist all liquid, watch it. Told the bitch, jump on my dick and pop it. Yeah, get a little bit to deposit.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice.
Bitch, you a thought ain't trickin'. Put her on the knee, make her lick it. Protect on my wrist and it glistening. Bitch got mad, I dissed her.
Take off. Came through drip. I ain't never slipping, I'm a pimp. Fucking with a $250,000 nigga with a feeling. What the mission nigga, they be telling off for squilling. Blast, took a bit to Piccadilly, water in my ear, give a nigga wet willy. Came through drip, just feeling. Fucking with the bag, tryna get my niggas all a million. Stack it to the ceiling, shooting the civilians. Under one dealing, I can make a killing. Bass, can you smell it when I back ceiling? Flat nigga throw it up, don't care about your feelings. Who what the deal, what you wearing, I be drippin'. Cow rip, can't hit a nigga, can't grip it. The bitch got this, so I guess she ate jiffy. If she leave with me, I'ma fly back to the city. Show.
Go get the back on the day off. Racks. Go get the rings out the playoffs. Tossing the beaters a bake off. Fuck on her, then she get laid off. Smash. Big boy twos, Mako. Big boy made a bit down with the Draco. Walking with the G, that queso. That's Huncho, fuck the Rodeo. Private jet, we don't do layover. One call, I'm having your bay over. Walk out the spot with the makeover. Got her addicted to payola. Addicted. Hey.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice.
Came through drippin',
drip, drip.
Came through drippin',
drip, drip.
Came through drippin', drip, drip.
They say they need answers. About what? When I get big fat. Big fat, big fat. You went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so straight. She mad at you, so she come fuck me for get back. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat. Tell the truth. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Tryna shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Hey, tell the truth. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Real big facts. Why they mad? Cause I'm on fire and they ain't lit yet. What's that? What's that? And this big fat. Big fat, big racks. Big fat, big fat. Back in big set. Got a big bag. F and big gat. Get back splat. I'm on that strong. What's that? What's that? Muscle six pack. Strong. They want my spot and don't deserve it. Can't forget that. Who you hitting it? How you missed it? I was the freshest nigga in the party. Louis V down, shaved by Bagari. Whole out of body gone up Bacardi. See you and don't speak, I'm coming like I'm Cardi. I'll expose you niggas and bitches. I'm back in that molding things. You niggas is getting too big for your britches. You need some new clothes and things. Why everybody hit money bag? That's the topic, nigga. AP on me cost a bag. Water faucet, nigga. Never ever did some sucker shit like pay to take a nigga off a show. She a green like she a go. Mac on a fucking duck the hoe. Need answers. About what? Well, I got big fat. Big fat, big fat. You went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so straight. She mad at you, so she come fuck me for get back. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat. Tell the truth. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Tryna shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Hey, tell the truth. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Real big facts. Why they mad? Cause I'm on fire and they ain't lit yet. What's that? What's that? And this big fat. Big one. Here goes some more education. Here goes some more speculation. Here you go. I took the money, went bought me some guns to light the bitch up like it's Vegas. Keyboard killer, tough on Twitter, making posts, giving statements. Niggas full of games, PlayStation. Can't kill me, I'm a Jason. Yeah, go Fed, Mason. Federal. Lock like dreads, Haitian. You want my place? Take it. Get hit with the drum, cadence. You ain't my partner, nigga. Only hang around them a solid niggas. Say they won't smoke, but when you see them, they non-toxic niggas. I ain't no pimp, but get your hoe before I knock a nigga. These little hitters wanna shoot them a movie, album, drop a nigga. Draco hit them, it go splat. Turn them into Play-Doh, lay them flat. Drifting in the Audi with the hat. Riding with it on me, never lack. Need answers. About what? Well, I got big fat. Big fat, big fat. You went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so straight. She mad at you, so she come fuck me for get back. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat.
Only boss moves are being made here.
Big fat, big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Tryna shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Hey, tell the truth. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Big fat, big fat. Real big facts. Why they mad? Cause I'm on fire and they ain't lit yet. What's that?
Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah, going down. Sauce it down. Sauce it up. Do too much. Ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah, going down. Every day I'm ballin', so you know it's scoring. Moving so important. My back is enormous. These niggas keep hating. This is their last warning. Met that girl that night. Ooh, fuck her through the morning. No, girl, I'm sorry. Hang up, girl, don't call me. No, you will not have me caught up all up on Mari. Cash out, make it rain, no game Atari. Ride me like a Harley, only boy in the party. I was on the phone, yeah, I will play with Cardi. Come on, that's got song. Hearts all on my Cardi. I was in the Lamb Cardi, he was in a Rari. I'ma keep on flexing, you don't like me, then I'm sorry. Oh, sauce it down, sauce it up. Do too much, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah, going down. Sauce it down. Do too much. Ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts. Yeah, going down. Okay, big guap chasing, big not having. My money stacking. This shit extravagant. This for all my niggas, the ones that be trafficking. All my diamonds African. I might go and mad the biz. I already had that bitch. Went and got a battle bitch. Persian rock a Latin shit. Nice for a hoe like a Latin bitch. I can serve you. Hey, let me say one more time. Hey, turn around, baby girl. Let me serve you. Yeah, they say that you wet like Squirtle. Yeah, walk around pigeon toe. Got the bird flu. And you think you in love, don't wanna hurt you. Man, I think that I'm done, gotta swerve you. Oh, sauce it down, sauce it up. Do too much, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts, yeah, going down. Sauce it down, sauce it up. Do too much, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts, yeah, going down. I'm so awesome. These niggas so bad, it's exhausting. I swear I'm a stunner like Steve Austin. Oh, sauce it out. Oh, do too much. Oh, where you from? Oh, throw it out. Oh, going nuts. Oh, going down.
I'm not guilty. I'm innocent.
Only boss moves are being made here.
I'm not guilty. I'm innocent. What you wanna die on your birthday? Squeeze that file on your birthday. Take him to the hood, put him on set. Do a drive-by on the first day. Pull down on him on alert day. Shoot him in the face on the church day. Pull down on him, it's door day. Niggas showed up at my court date. Gang. Wanna ride in the hearse, little nigga? Gang. You wanna die by the verse, little nigga? Gang. You want me to put you on a shirt, little nigga? Gang. You want somebody to get hurt, little nigga? Gang. A dog throwing wanna see me dead and gone. Gang. This a red Teddy song. Gang. Drop that bulletproof and made a statement. Red ass nigga, you dead wrong. Snitched on their song. Gang. Talking to everybody and gossiping on their phone. Fuck nigga press charges and got the feds running up in their home. I gotta play safe out here. A dog Thornton got me trying to be the case out here. They trying to get me out the way out here. Trying to lock me up till I turn a little gray out here. These niggas gay out here. Put some red entertainment, taking niggas straight out here. It's so much hate out here. Run up on me, you can die broad day out here. Tell the whole world how you caught around the city, had a few niggas come and tell me you was sorry. Tell your fans the truth. Tell them how you really wasn't trapping, you went nothing but a bar. Tell them how daddy yo used a little boy, you make it run to the stove, put a cigar out the water. Tell them how we had a show together, you ain't come in cause you thought I was gonna rob you. Down your birthday, squeeze that file on your birthday. Take him to the hood, put him on set, do a drive-by on the first day. Pull down on him on alert day. Shoot him in the face on the church day. Pull down on him, it's store day. Niggas showed up at my court date. Gang. Wanna ride in the hearse, little nigga? Gang. You wanna die by the verse, little nigga? Gang. You want me to put you on a shirt, little nigga? Gang. You want somebody to get hurt, little nigga? Lost so many niggas to this shit. I just wanna thank God that I'm breathing. I got my gun out when I'm delivering. I got my gun out when I'm receiving. If you shoot on me, I ain't gon' snitch and show up in court. I'ma get even. I'ma just stop a little nigga from breathing. I'ma make a little cousin have a seizure. You the owner nigga come to CIAA with a bulletproof truck. Scared for your life. How you gon' go and shoot your own truck up and play dead for the night? Gang, gang. And then press charges on me and tell the police I did that shit. Gang, gang. Now the feds say that I'm a menace. This for all the young niggas innocent. I'm innocent. Lamborghini, I ain't rented it. Fuck Trump. Ain't been a good president since Kennedy. Ho. If Dow show up in court, man, these bitches gon' sentence me. On my paperwork, they got the nigga name and they sentencing. What you wanna die on your birthday? Squeeze that file on your birthday. Take him to the hood, put him on set. Do a drive-by on the first day. Pull down on him on alert day. Shoot him in the face on the church day. Pull down on him, it's store day. Nigga showed up in my court day. Gang, gang, gang. Wanna ride in the hearse, little nigga? Gang, gang, gang. You wanna die by the verse, little nigga? Gang, gang, gang. You want me to put you on the shirt, little nigga? Gang, gang, gang. You want somebody to get hurt, little nigga?
Only boss moves are being made here.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. On R10, bitch, I stood tall. You did. Show these disloyal niggas how to boil. Go get a thermometer for the pot. I need this shit cooked right. Let's keep that water 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You ever been inside a federal courtroom? Nigga, you ever went to trial and fought for your life? Being broke did something to my spirit. Ass niggas to plug me. They act like they couldn't hear me. Look at me now, driving German engineering. You don't want your baby mama fuck, keep the hoe from near me. Kilroy, remember when I used to use your L's to hit the road, hit the O and make them big boy sales? Move, remember when you had them green things made with vacuum seals, trying not to have them green things smell? Feds was on me. What you know about related through money? I don't know nothing. I just used to see them walk to the Coney. I fuck with bitches, my body count go from Persian to Cody. Any further questions, you could take that up with the lawyer. My nigga Finkel J Money, Brimo Low Project Joe will tell you every day before school I sold a half bow. How you think I won best dress with no support and had them paid lawyers coming in and out of court? Hey, Wando, hey Theo, ain't it a blessing? We made it out Kentucky after all that happened. After the pre-trials, after the status, after them impact statements, after the castle. Hey, JR, nigga, ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. That bitch, nigga. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our mans told on us, them bands they took from us. Joy Road, bitch, but the money long as 6 mile, brick mile. Knock your bitch down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slap girl. Yes, I slap dog. Yes, I slap loud. Yes, I slap a pussy nigga if he act out. Yes, I caught cases on the road with them killers, bro. Kill me if I snitch, cause if you snitch, I'm gon' kill you. Spent a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall. Did I let niggas hold me? Quit being silly. I know for a fact your bitch pussy get wet for a nigga, cause I do it better, plus I'm doing better than niggas. I'm at home when I'm down there in Lexington, nigga. About the king, they gon' drop you in, who next to you, nigga? Go get say it, Lil T, get ahead of them niggas. When you take off, don't look back and try to rescue them niggas. You kill his mans to make sure you get the rest of them niggas. Don't let them get the best of you, just get the revenue, nigga. So let me know what you can handle. Okay, come grab it. Here goes some extra, so if I'm busy, you can manage. Fiends happy, bling dancing, eating $60 salad. Get it there and back, tell the feds I need a challenge. My first offer was 30 years, not a day lower. I told them crackers holla at me when they sober on parole. I'm a felon, you think I ain't got that blower? Yeah, you right, bro. Take his head off his fucking shoulder. You hear me? Hit the rollie stove with the rollie on. What was our getaway car, a Jag portfolio? You hear me? Hey, I heard I had some sneak dissers. Whoever feeling hot, that AR got a heat sensor. Cuz said don't entertain them hungry niggas. I wish I would pay attention to these homeless niggas. Go call my phone, I don't wanna do no song with niggas. And tell your bitch to tighten up before I bone her, nigga. I don't know you niggas. Fuck wrong with niggas. Through these white buffs, I can see the hoe in niggas. Free my nigga Perico, that boy be hoeing niggas. Shoot the smile off your face, I don't joke with niggas. Boy, I can't trust you with that strap if you ain't got no bodies. Boy, I can't take you on no lick if you ain't robbed nobody. You ain't no shooter, you can't do that shit without no molly. I came home and had the hoes wetter than Kalahari. 30 months ago, niggas ain't think that I was coming home. Shout out to them niggas freaks that I been coming on. Get them to the crib, bust them down, now bitch run alone. This SK and get to shaking like it's something wrong. 30 bands 2 times, watch this money clone. The feds say my name hot like when the oven on. Bitch, I came home to my little brother gone. Niggas say they looking for me, pull up in the Scuddy zone. Who said I'm a snitch? You just heard a lot from him. Better check the black and white, that paperwork of off for him. Zero toleration for that nigga, take his life from him. He don't want that pistol plate? Okay, I Tyson him. I ain't hear from bitches when I had them blues on. So soon as I'm done fucking, put your shoes on. I'm on parole in 2 states, I can't move wrong. The feds tryna build a case, I can't move wrong. I went to trial back to back, bitch. bitch, I'm 2-0. State of Kentucky banned me from Mary Jury Stone. Say I can't even be in public with my hoodie on. Michigan State don't want them here, they don't know what he on. I know they prayed on my downfall. I already know that. I know they prayed on my downfall. On no 10, bitch, I stood tall. 10 toes, nigga. Show these disloyal niggas how to ball. Ah.
Hey yo, we are live. This is The Connection, where we connect the dots between hip hop and mental health. Welcome back, guys. We got a really dope episode. We're about to have. We got a nice guest. We've been trying to get this dude on the show for a minute now. State your name, bro.
Mr. Brandon Messon.
And tell everybody what you do. Tell everybody about yourself. Just take a minute to let them know what you do, and why you're up here.
So your boy is 20 years old, and at the moment what I'm trying to do is just help as many people as possible with music. And I know like upcoming artists are always like trying to play live and stuff, and I'm a good connect with just like networking with people and stuff. So I'm trying to get up and coming artists to be playing in front of just people, whether that's like one person or two people. Just the fact of just playing live is the best feeling out there in the world.
Yeah, it really is, bro. I love. It's Hendo 609 _ by the way. My rude ass co-host he forgot to introduce me, but
fuck all that. Fuck all that. Listen, my name's S.H.O.E, and this is my co-host
Dix.
You heard it here first. His name's Dix. He's now going under the moniker Dix.
Dickz.
So this is no longer S.H.O.E and Hendo's show. This is S.H.O.E and Dix.
S.H.O.E and Dix.
You feel me? So
give you the dick, then give you the shoe.
No, but as you can see, bro, we are not filtered up here on this show. So feel free to say whatever pops in your mind.
I can feel
that's how we are. You know what I mean? We're up here to just chat and have fun, and that's pretty much what it's all about. Bro. You know what I mean?
And
we're
dicks.
here to help the people.
And dicks.
And we're here to help dicks.
Oh, dudes, hold dicks.
I'm not getting involved in that one.
No hating.
You guys want to help some dicks, but that's something that S.H.O.E will not be involved in.
But like Brandon was saying, yeah, like performing live is really, really crazy. Like I take live performances just how I take like venting, you know, like if I'm angry or something, or if I'm having like a really, really, really shitty day, I'll go into the fucking stage and I'll literally just let all of that shit out. Like,
right, bro.
And if I don't let it out, bro, like I have too much aggression after the show.
Me too, bro.
Like I need it, bro.
You need to release all that shit. It's
exactly.
not safe to have all that shit inside.
It's really not, bro. It's really unhealthy, to be honest. And That's what this show is about. That's what half of this show is about, like mental health, you know. So I think that for performers and for musicians and stuff like that, like it's just very, very, very important for them to get on stage, because you can make music all day and get your aggression out that way, but when you have 100 to 200 to 400 to 4,000 people looking at you, jumping, going crazy on that stage and just letting all your shit out, people really, they connect with it and they acknowledge it and they respect it if it's done and executed in the right way. And I feel like, me personally, in South Jersey, I'm like one of the best performers. Like, you can't tell me any fucking different. And bro, I'm out there doing flips. I'm out there stomping, trying to put a hole in the stage. I'm interacting with the crowd.
This man. Let me cut him off real quick. Let me cut him off. Because I don't think he understands how great of a performer he really is, and people need to understand. This man has made me look at performing in a whole different way. All right? My whole perspective on performing is different. This man leaves it all on the stage, and that's truly what an artist, a musician, anybody that's up there for the people, making music, creating music to let their frustrations out, to help others, they're supposed to leave it on the stage with them. And what I mean by leave it on the stage, this man has goals to stomp a hole in each stage that he gets on. You know what I mean? He doesn't leave until he stomps up and down. He's crazy. Like, he's jumping up and down, like everything. His energy is 100. It's on fleek, and nobody can match it. From what I've seen, I've been to shows and nobody can match it.
I respected everything you said until you said fleek. It is not 2015, fam.
But it is all fleek. But you can't. But as the definition speaks, it it serves its purpose,
My
right?
whole demeanor changed the minute he said fleek.
He said his face looked like holy shit.
He really said fleek. But nah, man, like, yeah, dude, performing live is really fucking dope. I really fucks with it. I don't know, man. Like, it's just, it's a real crazy feeling. It's like, it's like being outside of your body sometimes. Like,
It really is, bro.
I remember one time, bro, I performed, I think I was probably like 21, and I performed like in front of like 150 people. And all of those people really connected with what I said. Not only my content, but just how I presented myself on stage. Because I feel like whether you're a rapper or whether you're a rock artist or whether you're a fucking ice skater, you need to go to that stage or whatever you do, you need to treat it like your home. So what happens when someone comes into your home? Before they come into your home, they wipe your feet off. They wipe their feet off. They take their shoes off. They show respect to whoever's home that they're in. And when I go on stage, I treat it like my home. You feel me? Like, I act like I'm the biggest person there, even though I'm 5'6". I act like I'm the strongest person there, even though I'm 130 pounds. And I act like the nicest rapper there, which most of the time it's true. Like, let's be honest here. Like, every time I'm at a show, like,
There's supposed to be a certain presence when you walk in a room.
Exactly.
People need to know the deal, and if they don't, then you need to make it that way.
You need to treat yourself, and you need to treat your
earn
stage like a
respect.
general. You feel me? Like, it's very important for artists to have confidence when they're performing live and even when they're doing music, because fans can feel that shit. You know, fans can really feel that shit. Like,
They vibe off your energy, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
definitely.
energy.
When did you start doing music?
I started probably like playing shows when I was around 17.
Me too. I started doing bars and shit like that.
Man,
it's really fun.
How old are you? How old are you now?
20.
20?
Yeah,
so
buddy.
you've been doing it about 3 years?
Oh yeah, probably about 3 years. But I think it's time for a boost off. Like, this is a good year just to stay in and fucking record music and fucking collab with as many artists as possible and just getting your name out there and sharing the love as much as possible.
So do you listen to rap?
Oh yeah, I mean, I listen to everything, bro.
Who's your top 5?
Of rap artists?
Yeah.
We have everybody give us their top 5.
You can give me a top 10 if it's too hard.
Top 10? Fucking.
Go shoot for top 5 though. I want to hear that.
Bro.
Whether you think they're the best or they're your personal favorite, but just who's your top 5?
I would like to know more rap artists. That's probably so difficult because I don't really know. There's probably so many.
Whoever comes to mind. Like, who would you listen to if you saw them come on your playlist? You're like, all right, I'm rocking with this.
I guess you would say Kendrick's pretty dope.
I respect that.
I respect that.
Who else is pretty dope? Fucking. Yeah, let's just say Kendrick for now.
Yeah.
and I understand in a sense because you're from the rock genre, and I understand in a sense why you say that, because Kendrick's deeply rooted in, like, the roots of hip hop. I don't know if you know, are like funk, soul. You know what I mean, like that kind of stuff, jazz.
Yeah,
so like I'm sure you have an appreciation for like that funk, soul, and jazz sound.
I love that live feel.
What kind of music do you play?
I try to,
like, if you could put in a genre.
Yeah, that's true. I try to explore as many genres as possible, because if I do the same thing over and over again, it's so boring. Like, I make sure every show is different, because if it's the same structure, same song, it's just not fun at all. No one's having fun.
You seem like a ska kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of get into some reggae, but I would say, like, I've been recently getting into, like, jazz, a lot of jazz.
Jazz is dope. I listen to Roy Ayers a lot. Roy Ayers is fire.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love Roy Ayers. Do you listen to, like, any metal or anything like that?
Oh, nah, not so much metal.
Nah? Dude, that's crazy, because Slipknot is, like, my favorite band.
Shit. I do like Slipknot.
I love Slipknot, bro. You could, like, put
Duality.
You could put them in, like, any genre, and I'll still feel like they're the best band. Like, I love Slipknot to the death.
That main singer, what's his name again?
Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor, bro.
I love Corey Taylor, bro. And Stone Sour. Stone Sour is really dope. I really fuck with 3 Days Grace. I like
3 Days Grace.
I love Dance Gavin Dance. They're like one of my favorite bands. I'm a huge Dave Matthews fan. I fucks with Dave Matthews. Crush
I like
is
Dave Matthews.
He's one of my dude. Crush is one of the greatest songs performed live. I fucks with the Doors heavy.
Dude, me too. Bro.
I love the Doors.
I like the Doors.
Beatles.
I'm not a Beatles fan.
I have a brawl out here.
Bro, every time.
You're crazy.
Why don't you like the Beatles?
I don't know, bro. I feel like
Paul McCartney, John Lennon.
I like Paul McCartney alone.
Paul McCartney died.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hear that conspiracy? He died in 64. He got fucking killed in a car accident, and they made up a replica of him.
So he's a clone?
People say they found like a replica of him, and there's some crazy ass secrets on all the album art.
No.
So I really I don't believe
Stop it
but
right
now. They try to
tell me
fuck
Paul
with us.
McCartney died.
They try to fuck with us on
What?
the album covers, bro. They seriously try.
You
to
did
fuck
not
with
just say that up here and think we're just gonna sweep it under the rug.
You know what's crazy?
Bro,
There's
not no.
That didn't happen.
There's this rapper named Kid Boo who just came out. He's like this like Sicilian / Puerto Rican kid, and he went on Vlad TV and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm a clone." Like, I was. He was like, "I was cloned in a lab. I'm a new gen clone. Gucci Mane is a new gen clone. Like, I'm just a clone." And then he went on Instagram and was like, "Yo, just in case y'all don't know what clones eat," he pulled out this like platter that like said like pussy nipples or some shit like that, and it was like a platter of Chinese food or some shit. And he really goes with the narrative that he's a clone. You feel me?
Maybe it's true though.
Maybe it is. Maybe it really is, because Gucci Mane does look a little bit different.
We're all crazy. Dope.
I'm not about to just sweep this under the rug. Paul McCartney is not dead. But what I will say is something really dope. I know this underground artist.
Shout out to Kid Boo.
That loved Paul McCartney, loved him, and wanted to work with him so much that he actually made. So there's a mixtape. Actually, it's kind of like an album. It's Paul McCartney meshed with hip hop.
That's dope.
So he basically took his songs, and I think they had you guys I'm sure have heard. Well, I know Hendo probably has the Justice League, the producers. The Justice League.
They do a lot of work with Chance.
Right. So the Justice League, who's worked with the likes of Rick Ross and Chance and people like that, worked with this guy, and they produced. They kind of merged Paul McCartney and this dude, and it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
Dope.
It's basically him just rapping verses over like Paul McCartney samples, and it's great.
Is that out like on?
Oh, it's so dope. Yeah, I can. It's called look it up on datpiff.com. I don't know where else it is, but you can Google it too.
Yeah.
It's called Yesterday's Future. The rapper's name is Laws.
All my troubles seem so far away.
That was Dix.
That was Dix with Yesterday by the Beatles.
Yesterday.
I actually do really like that song, but that's like the only song that I like by the Beatles. I don't know why I don't like them. Like, their music just doesn't hit right. Like, every time I tell people I don't like the Beatles, bro, they're like, "You should die." Like,
Dix,
what's going on?
What about Pink
We've had
Floyd?
enough of this.
Bro,
we've had enough.
Bro, listen, there's not.
Enough.
You couldn't pay me enough money to like a Beatles song.
He's gonna get so annoyed because I'm never gonna stop calling him that. Like, it's you know what I mean? Like,
I'll change my Instagram name to Dix right now.
I'm going to call him that
the whole time
until we have a convo.
A convo about dicks.
You see what I'm saying? That's why he deserves it.
What's our first topic, though?
So our first topic we're going to get into today, guys, for Change My Mind. We're going to talk about how Kanye and President Trump met in the Oval Office. Yeah, I said it. Kanye met Trump in the Oval Office. And I need to know... See, the thing is, like, when you go down feeds and on IG or Facebook, a lot of people are coming at Kanye. But I want to hear how you guys feel about it first before I state my opinion. But I have an opinion.
What did he talk to our president
So you didn't see
about?
it?
No,
So basically, there's like I think it's like a 15 to 20 minute video.
I know he talked to him about gun reform.
He talked to him about, well, that was a very small part of it, but he talked about a lot of stuff. But my take on it, before we get into what he talked about, I don't see that he did anything wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think he did. Did you watch it?
I think he is just doing what he wants to do, and if he wants to talk to the president, then that's up to him. It's not up to anyone else,
He made a real good point with when he did an interview with TMZ, and he was like, "Listen, like, as much as we don't like our president, we can't sit here and hope that he fails because
he's our leader, and if the leader fails, then we're all
beat."
Exactly.
I'll lead myself,
and that's a good point. No, but the president is supposed to be the leader of the country.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
So if we're all bashing and hating on our president, that just makes us look bad as a whole.
Yeah.
regardless of anything, right? So, and that's coming from
because he doesn't really do anything to our life. I mean,
people even agree with that still, and you can still not like Trump. You can not like Trump, but you can still agree with that, the concept.
I agree with the fact that, like, to a certain degree, we probably shouldn't be bashing him, but however, I don't really see people bashing him. I just see facts. Like, the dude is a racist, and if he's not a racist, he perpetuates racism, and he has a lot of open cases with pedophilia, rape. How much can we really support a president who has all of these negative connotations behind him and all these negative things behind him? How much can we really support a president that doesn't, at the end of the day, give a fuck about black people? Me, as an African American, I cannot side with that man on anything that he does because, and it's not even just Trump, you know, I don't even really fuck with Obama because none of these presidents do anything for my people. You feel me? I've been alive since 1995, and I've seen Bush and I've seen Obama, and now I see Trump, and not one of them have changed the environment that I come from. So I could really give a fuck about what president is in office because they really don't give a shit about the lower class people. You know, they don't care. And if they do try and help the lower class people, it's something to help line their pockets as well. No president goes out of their way to help people and hasn't gone out of their way to help people for a long time. So I could really give a shit less about Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton. They don't register in my mind because not one of these people have changed my environment for the better ever since they've been in office, you know? And in the 90s, Clinton locked up a lot of my people. And it was a continuation of the same law that I think a president before him has started, Reagan, I believe, and it's just not conducive. Like, having a president like Trump just makes us look worse. And even if we don't bash him, the things that he says and the people who support him and the shit that he perpetuates make us look bad alone because of the things that he says and how ignorant he is, and due to the fake facts that he blurts out all the time about President Obama. Like, the dude is not smart. He's not a good businessman, nor is he a good leader, because he's doing all of these things and saying all of these things, and only the people who support him agree with it.
Okay, so let's talk more on how do we feel about Kanye meeting with President Trump.
I don't support Kanye in any of the endeavors that he does with President Trump.
Because Kanye basically met with Trump to talk about the it's called the Music Modernization Act. You know, basically to reform music licensing and royalty payments.
I read that, and I think that's a really conducive thing for music.
Prison reform. He touched on a lot of things. Kanye's very smart.
Did he talk about them from a positive?
Kanye knows what he wants. Now, my thing is, if Kanye's playing his cards right, he could, you know, he basically said a lot of things that, let's be honest, like, there's a lot of people that did not want Kanye up there. You know what I mean? So now we have...
And Kanye doesn't do anything that people tell him to do.
We live in a racist society, right? Mm-hmm. So now we have a black man up there speaking to him on things that probably don't get discussed too often in the Oval Office.
But did he speak about them trying to help people, or did he speak about them?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
He wants to he wants to do business with Trump. He wants to basically put instead of letting other countries win, where we're getting things from other countries, we're getting things made in China. He wants to get factories built in Chicago where we can make our own stuff.
And where
he's trying to power up the people. He's trying to give jobs to the people. Like, I believe in all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't see what he's doing wrong. He's a businessman and he's doing right. He's doing good by his people. He's looking at all the violence and all the murder rate in Chicago, and he's trying to help those people. He's trying to find solutions to fix those problems.
Even G Herbo said...
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
But we have, like, people like T.I. basically saying, like, I'll put hands on you. You know what I mean? Like, he's like... And then Diddy... I think Diddy tweeted, "Someone please tell this man to call me," or someone call this man right now. So,
well, if Kanye went to that meeting with the idea and with the mind of helping his people and helping other people, then I can't sit here and really bash him. But for him to try and support a president that perpetuates...
But do you think he actually... All right, look, so here's the thing. Here's my thing, at least. I think sometimes people play their cards a certain way. Do you really think he loves Trump, or do you think he's just trying to get on Trump's good side to fix some shit?
If he doesn't love Trump, then to a certain degree,
went over and hugged him.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean shit.
To a certain degree, to a certain degree, Kanye's kind of a house nigga regardless, because Kanye has been famous and very wealthy for years. Kanye could have been helped Chicago. He could have been out there just like Chance is, helping people, helping black people. And Kanye, ever since late registration, has not given a fuck about us. So I could really give a fuck less about what Kanye has to say about the president or anything that has to do with Chicago.
He's in a much more powerful position to help the people now, though.
Kanye has been in a powerful position.
He's in a powerful position to help.
I just think his business endeavors, he's shown he's always Kanye. We all know Kanye's always been a political rapper. He's always touched on politics, always since day one. The last time he touched on politics in any of his albums? But he's always talking about it. He's always in the headlines talking about some politics. He's a very political rapper, if not one of the most. He's pretty politically intelligent. He is very intelligent.
So at this point, I feel as though he's on the wrong side.
That's the why.
Of politics. Like I said, for one, we look at him. When he go to take this meeting, first of all, like even when Meek was supposed to go take a meeting, like he turned it down because of how people was looking at how this meeting was going to take place. The photo op.
He didn't know how people were going to look at him or
he
what was going to go down.
He was going to look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for one, you look at it like this guy who done did all of this stuff that he did, said all of the stuff that he said and all that, and then we look at him like we hate this guy. And then we got somebody like Kanye go up there and say, "Oh man, I love this guy." Right. So everything that he's doing is like a slap in the face, and he knows it's a slap in the face. But
now I can understand why his people would be upset.
And Kanye
I get that.
Kanye barely knows half of Trump's policies. Before T.I. spoke to Kanye, he had no idea about the travel ban. All that ban, that policy that's separating families from their separating kids from their moms.
Maybe he wasn't educated enough on a lot of things.
Pay attention to really like what's going on and why people saying that they don't like this guy. You know, like right now he got blinders on.
Right.
And he just looking at certain things. Like the one thing.
So you think he's more or less looking how can he benefit personally? Yeah. By partnering up with Trump and doing something.
But that's one. But then like two, he's blinded. You know, like right now he's not. Right now, he's
only seeing a certain percentage of what's really going on.
And he is mentally ill.
He's not seeing certain stuff. You know,
Kanye's fucking bipolar, bro. I can see it whenever
he's very mentally ill.
He's very manic bipolar.
I wish he could come up here and talk with us. He's very mentally ill.
Yeah, like it's crazy when you look at it because it's like if you looking like
it's
when
a little
T.I. had this conversation when he said he had the conversation with him, and even the way that he was saying it was like. He was confused. He didn't really.
T.I. is probably the most educated person on
politics. Not only did
I don't know a person other than like Jay-Z or Diddy that's more educated than T.I.
But you know the only thing that I can say is
that man's smart.
The only thing that I can say about Trump, if you look at it and say, okay, what good point do we want to look at when it comes to this guy? The only thing that we can look at it and say, against all odds, you know, like Obama wasn't really against all odds. Now Trump was against all he did everything that a person could do not to get elected,
and still got elected. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Crazy.
So
that's money.
Like with that's motivation for your ass.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He did it.
Yeah, if you want to look at
nigga, we made it.
Yeah, if you want to look at certain things, you know what I'm saying. If he's looking at it like. This is why I admire this guy. Do you have to say these things?
We all know he's a powerful guy, but that doesn't mean at the end of the day that he's going to help the people that need to be helped.
Well, he's not trying to.
People that are fighting every day.
Everything that he did, like even with the Obamacare, you go right in office and try to take the one thing that people were saying that
was super helpful.
That was helpful.
I was very excited about Obamacare, and then that shit just got.
In Obamacare, there's certain stipulations about Obamacare that make it kind of shitty for some people, but that's only because of the House of Representatives, skewing it and distorting it.
Like he, took it off the table, but tried to keep it in play for a lot of his people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because a lot of stuff was good.
Because, bro, you have to understand that Trump doesn't give a fuck about us.
Right.
Black, white, if you're poorer than him, he does not care about you. You feel me? And he's made it known for the longest time.
And that's the problem I have. You know what I mean?
That's what I tell people. He's more than racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Evil.
It's
evil. Yes.
Like it's past that. You know.
Like Eminem called him a serpent.
He's a fucking snake.
Yeah,
he's a fucking
like
snake.
It's past racism. It's just that we can clearly see the racism, and we can see. But when you looking, it's like he's not only stuff that he do don't only hurt one race, it hurts multiple races.
Yeah.
But with him, it really has nothing to do with race. And everything to do with
in this
money.
world today. It's either you're rich or you're poor.
Yeah, most
you're on one side or the other.
That's with him.
It's not even. Yeah, it's probably more so that too. But I do see the racism there. A little
Here's
bit.
my problem with Ye. My problem with Ye is that I do respect him for saying the things that he did say about the president, like saying that like if we keep bashing him, it's just gonna make us look bad even more. And I do agree with the fact that we do need to spread love to Trump, because maybe us educating him on our lower class and the things that we're going through, maybe that'll give him a lighter heart. But I doubt it because of the person that Trump is.
I think some of the things he kept saying, Kanye's very smart, and who else was sitting there with him?
Yeah, he had a chance. I feel as though if he wanted to learn certain stuff, he could have learned.
He's been president for 2 years.
Still, I just think I like that it happened. I love that Kanye was up there because, you know, and I would much rather someone like T.I. to be up there.
Right, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my
that's
God.
exactly what I'm saying.
Can you imagine that
man would be a conversation.
Room and learn a lot.
Yeah, but that's.
I think he was soaking it
exactly.
up. He was soaking up.
You got to understand, bro. Trump doesn't give a fuck. He does not want to learn.
He may not, but if you know what I say it all the time. If you're around something long enough,
if you leave the energy open for the conversation, then maybe.
If you're around a certain energy,
you gotta look at
if you're in a room, let me give you an example. If you're in a room, Brandon, is that what you want me to call you?
Yes, sir.
Brandon, if you're in a room with negative energy, for like, say you live with somebody and they're very negative and you're a positive person, if you live with them for like years, will you eventually become negative, do you think?
Fuck yeah, bro. Anything.
You know, they say you become the 5 closest people to you. You just,
Law
that
of
energy
averages.
rubs off those
oh
vibes.
My God, you are who you hang out with.
If Trump hangs out with a Kanye, more
shit's gonna happen.
But he's not.
He's going to eventually evolve into.
You have to look at what he did. You have to look at what he did.
Out
of all the people that talks about Trump, all the big people, all the huge people, all the rappers, out of all these players and stars and entertainers and stuff that talks about Trump, the one person that said, "Oh my God, I love this guy. I'm going to wear this hat," and it's controversy and all this stuff that's going on. Say he's looking like shit. Why not stir the pot?
Right.
That's what type of dude he is.
Nah, he's definitely, Kanye's playing both sides right now,
and so is Trump.
Yeah, and so is Trump. Right. So we don't really know what's gonna happen. I guess it's a waiting game.
Kanye
you have to understand.
Kanye
actually loves him.
Yeah,
and just,
I think Kanye right now is probably on a manic high of bipolar, and I think he's doing what he needs to do to keep himself relevant. And
I think Kanye's a rebel, and I think he always has to go against the grain.
Did you hear what he said about the MAGA hat?
He has to do the opposite.
Did you hear what he said about the MAGA hat?
I think he's just.
That's what Kanye has always been.
I think he's just misled. You know, like
he could be a little misled.
Yeah, he's misled. Then there's a such thing as a false prophet.
He needs to sit down with T.I.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel as though like right now he's a false prophet. That's why people gotta say like.
Shout out to J. Cole,
like,
false
he
prophets.
Don't speak for us. Like I don't know.
Nah, Kanye don't speak for my black ass.
Because it's like after he had that conversation with who can't have a conversation with T.I. and get it.
Yeah,
honestly. I think Cole actually made that song for Kanye.
There's actually speculation that he talked about.
He was talking about a few people, but that's one of the people that he was talking about.
But here's my point. My whole standpoint on Ye with talking to the president. Maybe it'll be conducive. I can't really bash him.
I hope it helps.
I hope it helps too. I can't really bash the man for trying to bring unity, but at the same time, Kanye could have been done this, bro. Kanye could have been. He could have done. You feel me?
If he wanted to do it, he would have done.
Kanye has been worth over 150 million.
It is. You gotta admit. It's good timing for him to do it.
It's not good timing.
Well, like when people see that, everyone's gonna see that.
It's not good timing. He could have been done this shit.
When he had everybody attention, when he with Bush.
When he said Bush don't care about black people.
Yeah, when he had everybody attention at that point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But after that, like this Trump situation, you can't.
He sounds like a hypocrite.
Yeah, you can't.
He also said he wants to make apparel.
It's a snake.
to change what Trump's "Make America Great Again." He wants to make America great and take out the again, because he's basically saying like, let's make it great because it never was.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I think with him is
that is dope.
I think with him,
and he said he wants to see Trump wearing it. He said he wants to see Trump and Kaepernick both wearing "Make America Great" at the Super Bowl.
I don't think at this point it's going to matter.
I think he's too late. I think he's too late.
Because right now it's too many people against.
I see what he's trying to do, and I like it, but
it's not.
I don't know.
I have heard recently though that Kanye is going back. Like besides the whole Trump thing, he is going back to Chicago and trying to fix things, because a lot of Chicago artists are saying like, "Bro, you've never been in the gym with us. You've never been out here." Even before Kanye got
that's their god. You know what I mean?
He's not
that's
though.
the man that made it.
No, he's not though.
Needs to, but he is. But he needs to.
No new Chicago rapper gives a fuck about Kanye.
But he's.
I can promise you.
You know what I think the problem is with Kanye? I think the problem is
that Chicago's Hove. Like he needs to go back.
He's not though.
I'm gonna tell you what it is with him.
Then who is?
You ever knew somebody that had good intentions but just don't know how to?
Yeah.
I think with
he makes himself look retarded.
Yeah, it's like the more he talk, the more it's like, yo, shut up.
Because Kanye already has all of these bad connotations behind him, and then going to speak to the president and just let me have this. Before when he went to go speak to the president, it put too much of a sour taste in our mouth. No matter if the conversation was conducive or not, it put such a bad sour taste in the mouth of the black community, because here is a man that has made stuff like late registration, has said on wax, I know the government administer AIDS, so I guess we just pray like the minister say, and then goes to talk to Trump, a man who only gives a fuck about rich people and only gives a fuck about lining the pockets of people that he cares about, which is just his family and people who support his super PACs to get him in the office. Those are the only people that Trump give a fuck about. So for Kanye to go in and not have spoken on the black community since albums like Late Registration or Graduation, and then go into a meeting with someone who doesn't give a fuck about Muslims, poor people, black people, or Hispanics, it makes us furious. And then Kanye could have, this is the point I've been trying to get to. Kanye, like Nick said, Kanye could have been Chicago's Hove. Kanye could have been Chicago's Jay-Z.
I mean, he's supposed to be.
He's not though, because of the fact that when you look at Hove, you look at someone who actually is out there doing Million Man marches, doing something to stop the stop and frisk shit that happened in New York. Because of Jay-Z, stop and frisk isn't a thing in New York anymore. Because of Ye, Chicago artists want to make stuff on their own because they don't trust Ye. They don't trust good music. They don't trust Kanye West because of the contradicting things that he says, because of the mental illness that Ye deals with and how much he disregards it. You feel me? Ye does not take care of himself mentally. And when he doesn't, when you go so long without taking care of yourself mentally, you spew all of these fucking radical things out into the air, and then you have, you have all of these people against you or either for you. I do not and will never in my fucking life as a black man stand with anything that Kanye tries to do with Donald Trump, because he could have done it on his fucking own. Kanye should have been in Chicago since college dropout, helping these kids who are killing each other, helping these kids who have no type of guidance. I don't give a fuck about what Kanye is trying to change, because he could have done it already without Trump's help. I do not stand.
And that's the thing.
He doesn't need Trump.
That's what I was saying. It's like
he could have banded together. He could have banded together.
Everybody else is just talking against him and said what needs to be done. Period. Like fuck the president. This is what needs to be done.
Exactly. And Kanye said something very insightful, that illegal guns are the biggest problem, not gun carriers, or not. We don't need to put stricter laws on the NRA. We need to stop illegal guns from coming into our country. Yeah, but the only reason illegal guns come into our country is because we go into different countries and take them. You feel me? Yeah. And that's due to our president and due to the negligence of the executive branch and due to the negligence of the military. You feel me? The military and the executive branch want illegal guns on our streets so black people can kill each other, so low-class people can kill each other. You feel me? The president doesn't give a fuck about these illegal guns. How many times have you heard Donald Trump talking about Chicago and all of these innocent kids dying? He does not care. He does not care. And let's put aside Chicago for a minute. Let's talk about New York. Let's talk about the place where I'm from, Pleasantville. And I'm not gonna sit here and say the place where I'm from is like Compton or like Chicago, but one of my best friends got killed by my own police force. Not once did Obama say anything. Not once did any rapper that I know say anything. Not once did anyone that I look up to as an idol say anything about my best friend getting shot in his fucking body 12 times. So I could give a fuck about what any rapper or what any politician has to say, because they do not give a fuck about us. They can sit here, Democrat or Republican, and say that they care about whatever they care about and try to reform things, but they don't care if it doesn't line their pockets. And Kanye has been just like those politicians ever since Yeezy dropped. If it's not putting money in the hands of Kanye West, then he does not care. Granted, he has tried to make his Yeezy line a little more affordable, and he has tried to make Yeezys a little bit more affordable, but people kill each other still over shoes. Kanye West is just like Michael Jordan in my eyes. He's just a house nigga to me. He'll sit here and say all these things and claim that he's trying to help the black community with making his prices lower or coming out with an album. But at the end of the day, who are you going to meet with? Motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about us. So how much do you really care about us at the end of the day? You feel me? Yeah. I don't even like Lupe Fiasco's music, but I respect Lupe more than I respect Kanye, because Lupe has been out there helping people in his fucking homeland ever since he came out. I respect people like G Herbo, who came from a fucking renegade blood gang and is now talking about trying to put community centers in the same place where he was in the same place where he was selling drugs, in the same place where he was shooting niggas, in the same place where he got shot, in the same place where he was out thugging. You feel me? That's what G Herbo wants to do. How many times have you heard Kanye in his whole fucking career, even since he was political with late registration and college dropout, how many times have you seen Kanye in the field trying to help people? You don't see him, bro. You don't see him come back to Chicago.
Unless you get your ass back in the trenches and you're out there helping your people that are struggling. I don't have any respect.
That's why it's going in.
Because like people without as much power or money as a Kanye West, like Pusha T. Pusha T is donating money to Detroit.
You feel me?
And helping people. You know what I mean? Like that alone.
And Pusha T,
you know how
Push even, bro.
Right
Push even went to Kanye. Push even went to Kanye and told him, "You are wrong. You are wrong for wearing that hat. No matter what your fucking standpoint is, no matter what positive thing you're trying to do to help us, you are wrong for wearing that hat because it has too many negative connotations behind it." Too fucking many. And we can sit here and argue that the N-word has too many negative connotations, but we took that word and we made it powerful again, and we made it something of our own. No black person is going to wear that Make America Great Again hat or Make America Great period hat. We're not going to wear it because we know where it comes from. Right. That would be just like us putting on chains again and going back into the fucking house and be like, yeah, massa, I'm gonna go cook your fucking grits for you. I'm gonna go take care of your child. I'm gonna open my legs for you so you can rape me again. That's exactly how I feel when Kanye goes to make those meetings with Trump, because it's not conducive to the black community. And if Kanye wanted to help us or help people, he could have done it by now. Because Kanye is worth $150 million. Before he went into that $53 million debt, and before he took all that money out to help to make all those albums, Kanye was worth $300 million. So where the fuck were you with your $300 million, with your $150 million, with all your fucking car collections? Where were you, bro? Where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
I do not and will not have any respect for anything that Kanye does with Trump until I see positive repercussions. Until I see positive repercussions, Kanye and Trump can both suck my dick. Because Trump, he stands for too many negative things. What did Malcolm X do when he found out Elijah Muhammad was having sex and making kids with all of those underage secretaries? He distanced himself from it. He didn't go any closer and try to take Elijah Muhammad out of the situation. He saw the corruption that was going on in the leadership of Elijah Muhammad and distanced himself from it, because he will not tolerate any instability in his movement. And after he found out Elijah Muhammad was doing all these corrupt things behind Malcolm's back, and Elijah Muhammad made Malcolm X his right hand. He was the one that told Malcolm X to go to these communities and talk to these people and propagate and put all this perpetuation of hate towards white people into the air. And after Malcolm X went to fucking Mecca and saw not only white people but Indonesian people, Asian Muslims, all races becoming Muslim under the law of Allah, Inshallah, by the way, he realized that Elijah Muhammad's teaching were not only corrupt but skewed. and he distanced himself from Elijah Muhammad because of the fact that he could not and would never ever stand behind something that perpetuates too much hate in the air. And after Malcolm X came back from Mecca, he had the conversation with Martin Luther King, because Malcolm X was someone who was like, if you hit us, we're going to hit you back. Martin Luther King was like, if you hit us, we're going to turn the other cheek. He made Martin Luther King understand why he was coming back with a punch rather than just standing there and taking the bullshit. Because Malcolm X was a person who refused to get raped by the white man again. Martin Luther King was someone who was like, let's let them keep doing this shit to us.
I thought that was the way to spread love, by just letting it,
by tucking his fucking dick in between his and side note, I don't have any fucking respect for Martin Luther King either, because you can't sit here and preach about equality and go and cheat on your wife. How is that equal to your wife? How does that make your wife feel equal?
That is true.
You feel me? So people like Martin Luther King, people like Malcolm, people like Kanye West, even people like Vic Mensa are people I have no fucking respect for, because they cannot go up there and sit there and talk about how they've put hands on someone and how they're for gun reform and how they're for black rights, and then go and diss someone on national TV when their mom is in the fucking room.
Which leads us into our next topic, guys, for what's the
Hold
wave.
on. Closing statement. I love Kanye West as an artist. I love him as a mind, and because he is intelligent and because he is politically aware, but he needs to sit down and get himself mentally in order, because Kanye West is not right now.
First and foremost, and then educated on,
and then
exactly
educate
what
us.
he's talking
If
about.
he would have, if Kanye West would have gotten his mind right and then taken that meeting with the president, then maybe I would have had some positive things to say about Kanye today. But I'm someone, bro, who witnessed Kanye get ran through the mud and defended him to death. You feel me? With the whole Taylor Swift conversation, with everything else that happened after that, I defended Kanye to the death because I love him. And I'm defending him, and I'm saying the things about him now because I love him. Not only as a person, but as an artist.
I don't think anybody understands how to help him.
Kanye doesn't want to be helped, bro.
He had a good agenda to go in there. He had a good agenda. But the thing is, like you said, he needs to get mentally, with it and right in the head before and just figure everything out.
I want to see before I even support Kanye and anything he does with Trump, I want to see him go out on his own and help people and help the local politics fix Chicago.
I disagree, because you can't help anybody until you help yourself, and he's got to help
You're very
himself
right.
first.
You're very
I don't
right.
think anybody understands how to help Kanye. First,
I think he doesn't want to be helped.
Himself. Yeah. He's got to reach out and get with people and realize he's got to help himself first. I don't think the people around him are helping him. I don't really think they're helping him.
Look at the people around him, though.
They know how bad of shape he's in.
Because
you're wealthy and you have money doesn't mean you're in good shape.
Even his wife.
He's mentally not right.
Even his wife doesn't support some of the things that he says. And she's one of the biggest jokes in reality TV.
Yeah.
Even his wife understands that some of the things
she hasn't been known to be the most educated person.
That woman is smart, bro. That woman is very intelligent.
At the end of the day, she is. She's
very intelligent.
I said she hasn't been known to be, meaning like we don't actually give her the credit she deserves. But she is actually smart.
She is actually smart.
Smart.
But let's get into our next topic. I'm so fucking hyped for this.
So he stated something which, is leading us into our next topic. So for What's the Wave, guys, I want to talk about how Vic Mensa actually went public and dissed Triple X. And for those of you who don't know who Triple X is, I'm going to have my man Dix, a.k.a. Hendo. That's what he goes by. That's his new moniker. But I'm going to have him state who Triple X really is, because he loves saying the name. Everybody soak it in. Here he is. He's going to say it.
Listen, before I even say his name, I'm about to troll on you for a minute. You feel me?
Listen to how he says his name. I want you to really...
Before I say his name, I just want to say, for the record, members only shit. You feel me? Shout out Ski Master Slump Guy. Shout out Wi-Fi's Funeral. Shout out everybody that's from the members only and very rare camp. Rest in peace to XXX Tentacion.
Did you hear how he said that? Repeat it again for the people.
Rest in peace to XXX Tentacion.
That's
how you pronounce his name. It's like
Tentacion.
That's how you said it.
But
I feel like I'm in like Miami or something.
Can I lead this?
All right, lead it.
Vic Mensa, someone who I looked up to as an artist, and someone who I looked up to politically, and someone who I looked up to morally, went on the BET Awards and dissed XXX Tentacion with his mother.
And let's talk about why.
His mother was in the crowd. Damn. Right after his mom accepted the BET Award for Best New Artist for her dead son, Vic Mensa dissed him.
Now, hold on. Let's talk about why, so everybody understands, because I want to talk about why Vic Mensa did that first, and I'm not justifying anything. I just want to talk about why, and then we'll get into it. He doesn't see eye to eye on everything that he didn't understand everything that X stood for, as a lot of us don't. X. I don't want to get into the whole X and Pac thing. I'm not doing that today. We talk about that every week. I'll smack the shit out of someone. But what I will say is, X was two different people, right? He kind of stood for like two different things. He never really had like one.
Kind of like Pac.
And that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to
play
to double side. You know what I mean? To play both sides. But the thing is, X
just like Pac did.
X said a bunch of things
going out here.
That X said a bunch. Don't do that. X said a bunch of things. Don't fuck Dicks. Go sit in the corner. Dicks.
Diamond baller, pop my solar.
X said a bunch of things on wax, on record that basically on wax meaning on record, recorded live. He said a bunch of things that didn't sit right with people. He wasn't, and I had never listened to a lot of X, but I've heard a couple things, and a lot of his shit really isn't, I don't think it's helping the youth, I don't think it's helping the culture, I don't think it's shaping us in the direction that we need to go to better the world, I appreciate artists like a Logic, or like a J. Cole, or like a Kendrick, who really cares about the people, and
that's what it's about.
and T.I., and let's not forget T.I., who basically takes their lyricism very serious, in a sense where they're hiding a message inside of their songs. You love the song so much, they mask it so you love it, but you're still getting the message to better the world.
Yeah.
And I appreciate artists like that. That's what kind of artist I am. But the thing is, and they just do it in a better way as of right now. But that's a whole other topic. But the thing is, I don't think X has done the best job of that. And Vic Mensa is also another one of those artists, and he disagrees, as I would, with X's message, right? Because his message is it can be looked at as evil or bad, or just not really, you're not doing anything for these people. And because of that, it doesn't justify how he went about it. I don't agree with how Vic Mensa went about it. And I don't know if he knew that X's mom was there in the crowd or not, but
apparently he didn't.
But he didn't, and the thing that sucks is he went up and publicly dissed him.
How so? What did you say?
And I don't agree. I want to say one last thing. I don't agree with. I've always hated this. Whether you're, and there's some of these people that don't have too many bad things to say about, because they're great. We look at them as our saviors. The people like Big L, Tupac, Biggie, Left Eye, like these people that have died. Big pun. Some people will shit on them, and I don't respect people that shit on someone that's dead. If that person can't stand up for themselves, don't talk shit on a dead man.
Oh, no,
you're a fucking scumbag,
right, bro?
So I don't agree with Vic coming at the person if they can't defend themselves. I don't agree with him saying the shit he said about X, because X technically can't defend himself.
He can't.
But I agree with why he's saying it. I don't agree with how he did it. I don't agree with the timing, but I agree with what he's saying.
Now, let me tell you
I do
why.
agree with what he's saying. Hendo, if you want to counter that, that's fine.
Let me tell you why Vic Mensa is.
I'm sorry. We need to go back like 10 seconds. Can you rewind? I meant dicks. If you want to.
Oh, man. Let me tell you why Vic Mensa is a hypocrite, and why X's message has always been positive ever since he came out. First off, Vic Mensa is someone who's from Chicago. Someone who.
I want you to get in this, though. Give your thoughts on it. Vic Mensa was someone who was a product of his environment, because he grew up in a very violent environment. Very
violent.
Very.
X was also
Chirac.
Yeah. X was also someone who grew up in a very unstable, violent environment. And Vic Mensa has gone on interviews and said that he's choked out one of his girlfriends before. And the reason Vic Mensa dissed X is because Vic Mensa apparently didn't respect the fact that we're quote-unquote glorifying X when X allegedly beat up his girlfriend. And what's hypocritical about it is that Vic Mensa has admitted to putting hands on his girlfriend. X's case was only alleged. X's case was only hearsay. A lot of things in X's case, a lot of things that he got charged for were only because he was out on probation on PBL charges. PBL means punishable by life. And X did an interview when he got out of jail and told people that he was on PBL charges and out on probation due to PBL charges, and that they could basically charge him for anything. If he got a traffic ticket or was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, they could have given him a probation violation and put him in jail for a minimum of 7 years. And that's nuts. A lot of X's charges, X had this one charge where he got charged with 12 counts of witness tampering. But witness tampering is a very, very gray area. Mm-hmm. The only thing that X did to get that charge is call his ex-girlfriend and talk to her. And it's a 10-minute conversation. He didn't try and bribe her with money. He didn't try and threaten her or anything like that. He just had a 10-minute conversation with the girl. And because that leaked, he got charged with more charges. So deep. And there's been speculation around that case that says that the girl was lying the whole time. She tried to claim that she was pregnant. We found out that wasn't true. She tried to claim that X beat her up and tried and held her against her will, which we all found out that wasn't true. And she's even admitted that it wasn't true. And someone who's abused to the point to where she was abused, her eyes were bloodshot red, bro. Not only were they bloodshot red, but she had black eyes. Her lip was busted. And the minute X dies, she's the first one to go on Twitter and be like, I'm heartbroken. I don't want anyone to speak for me. I'm heartbroken. I lost the love of my life. How can you sit here and claim that someone abused you when they're the love of your life? It's sketchy, strange, right? That is strange. And for someone like Vic Mensa, who's admitted on an interview to choking out his girlfriend and to being mentally ill and dealing with basically the same things that X was up against as a black man, is hypocritical. Not only is it hypocritical, but it's very disrespectful for you to go out and disrespect a dead man whose message was always helping the youth. Even when X was in his violent tirades, when you saw him going out and fighting people on YouTube, and when you saw him going out and catching cases, when X got popping, X's message, and even before he was popping, super popping, there's YouTube videos. His message was always, go out and make a life for yourself if you are a young person. Go out and don't let anyone hold you back, no matter what.
And that's beautiful, but I don't think, when you said it, he was always trying to help. I don't think he was always trying to help.
You're not someone who follows X's career, so you can't really.
If he was always trying to help, it would have showed in his music.
It does show in his music.
Because when you're always trying to help, your music is always helping.
You don't listen to X as much as I do.
And that's the problem, because the few things that I've heard, it's scary. Some of the shit that I've heard. Yeah, that's not really helping society. I cannot agree with that.
This is how a lot of his aggressive music helped. When X first came out, a lot of his music was very aggressive. It didn't have a lot of lyrical content. It was just very, very aggressive, and that was a way of X venting.
He was a kid.
He was a kid who not only grew up in a very unstable environment, but grew up having to fight people all the time because he was only 5'7", and because people tried to low bro him all the time. And with songs like "Look at Me," songs like "Maxi Pads for Everyone," stuff like H2O, that inadvertently helped kids because we gravitated to him and we understood why he was so aggressive, because he was a young, angsty child. He was a young, angsty adolescent. He was only 16, 17 when he got super. People related to his aggression.
Maybe not necessarily helped.
It helped me, and everyone that I know that listens to X have admitted to the point to saying that even before he got super lyrical, even before he started putting his positive message in his music, his anger and his aggression helped us so much because it made us understand that we are not alone in our aggression. We're not alone in our anger.
So I'll say something. Early on as a kid, and I'll humble myself and admit this. Early on as a kid listening to it was the same. Eminem was very aggressive, right?
Exactly.
And he helped me cope. But it wasn't necessarily the best message. He wasn't helping
and
society.
Eminem,
it wasn't the best message he was delivering. If I heard the same man or someone else and soaked it up and they were saying something else, maybe I wouldn't have been able to relate as much at the time, but it would have been a better message for me to hear. And it probably wasn't the best thing for a 9, 10-year-old kid listening to Eminem talk about killing people.
But it was solace.
Killing his mom and his wife.
It was solace.
But
it was
helped
comforting.
It helped me because I was so angry inside and I needed to hear it.
And this is
you know
the
what
thing.
I mean? I could relate, and I'm like, damn, like someone else
You
is
do
going
need
through
that
the same shit. You know what I mean? Like,
and this is the thing. When X,
so I get why he's saying that, but I can't. I will, and this is hard for me to say, but even M's music early on wasn't the best music. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
You feel me? Eminem,
You know what I mean? But he matured, and now what he says, he actually is trying to motivate people and help society. But the thing is, I think in some ways X really grew as an artist in some of the later stuff I've heard, like his last album that dropped before he died. I think that was a beautiful piece of art, but I still think not all of it was helping. But he was true to himself, and he was talking. He was speaking on the things he was actually going through.
The reason
I can't bash that.
The reason X was helping. The reason X was helping wasn't just because of his music. Is because he would put out aggressive music like that, and then go on the internet and be like, and tell kids.
So it was basically like he was contradicting his own.
Not even contradicting. He would tell kids like, listen, I made this song so you could go out and listen to this song and understand that everyone is going through pain. He would tell people the reason I make songs that are so distorted and so full of bass and so full of rage is because I am full of rage, and I want the kids who are full of rage to understand that they are not alone. And then X, when he got all of that controversy around him with the Look at Me video, when he hung that white boy in that Look at Me video, and he got so much hate for it, he made people realize that he was trying to flip the script and make people understand that racism in any form is wrong. Whether you're a black racist, a white racist, Hispanic racist.
It works because he got a lot of heads to turn.
Exactly. X has always been always been someone who tried to help people past his flaws because he understood that he was a flawed human being.
He had people on his ass. I know a lot of people that were like, if I see him after he made that video, they're like, if I seen him on the street, I'd kill him.
But that video was conducive because it made people understand that racism is universal. Yeah. And even before that, X has told people like, look, I understand why people wouldn't want to follow me, and he told people, I understand why people would think I'm a bad influence because of the things that I've done in the past. X has fully admitted to being a piece of shit. X has fully admitted to being someone who wasn't always the best person. And then before he dyed his hair blue and before he even got on, before he started understanding his spirit and understanding how much energy and how much of a positive influence he was, he went on wax and told people like, look, I'm trying to change myself for the better so I can help these kids. Because at the end of the day, no matter what action I put into the media, no matter what kind of bullshit I do, I want kids and their parents to understand that not only am I imperfect, but you will always see my imperfections because I am human. I will never cloud my imperfections. And because of me not clouding my imperfections, kids will gravitate to me more because the society makes people feel like they have to be perfect. And X was not always a perfect person. He was someone who grew up in very, very violent environments and let that be a part of him. And then he understood that he couldn't let that be a part of him anymore if he wanted to help children. So X decided to change himself because of the things that were against him. He wanted people to love him because he could not love himself. And if X didn't change, he would have probably been a worse influence. But he's always been a positive influence, no matter if he's putting out an aggressive or heartfelt song or if he's going on the internet and telling people like, look, this song I made so I could get out my aggression so people could transmute it. You feel me? And the reason I don't and never will ever listen to Vic Mensa's music ever again is because if you look at Vic's life and you'll
never listen to Vic Mensa's
I'll never
music
in my
again?
fucking life listen to his music ever again.
Because why?
Because he disrespected a fucking dead man. Never in my life have I ever disrespected a dead man. No matter how much beef, you feel me? No matter how much beef I had with a nigga.
What's your whole take on this?
I don't know too much about the news, but what I'm hearing is I feel like everyone...
if you know about these two. Do you know who Vic Mensa or X...
I don't know about Vic Mensa, but...
You know who X is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I just believe in the end, people just need to fucking love themselves, like, truly, generally love themselves before they think they love someone else or giving your heart to someone else, because that's just bullshit. I feel like, from the beginning, people just need to really get down and spend some time with your fucking self.
Yeah.
And stop just doing shit because it's like what everyone else is doing. People gotta you gotta be a fucking hermit crab sometimes to fucking find yourself. To find your fucking heart. You gotta get the fuck out there.
Amen.
On your own. No one can fucking do shit for you. No one's gonna do anything for you. You gotta fucking be 100%. And you can't make anyone a fucking 100%.
You
not
are
up to
born
you.
in this world alone. You will die alone. We are by ourselves from the moment we're born.
Gotta share the love, spread the love as much as we can,
And that's what X was all about, bro. That's what X was all about, even in his worst times.
You know what S.H.O.E stands for?
No.
Do you know what S.H.O.E stands for? Stop hating on everything. Start helping others every day.
Stomp hard on enemies.
Stomp hard on enemies.
Yeah. His moniker is fire.
That's sick, bro.
But my whole point is, bro.
And then Dix stands for
driving initially.
Yo. His face when I said that.
But my whole point is that
I thought he was going to hit me with an acronym real quick.
Vic and X, if you look at their life, if you look at their music, if you look at the goals that they were trying to set for the youth, they were basically the same fucking person. They were troubled people who came from an environment that was very, 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 very volatile, and they changed their life. Hold on. They changed their life around.
Every fucking day.
Exactly.
You gotta learn from the mistakes.
They changed their life around and they tried to help kids. Vic Mensa is someone who's admitted to being mentally ill and who's admitted to having a drug problem. X is someone who's admitted to being mentally ill and admitted to trying to take drugs to kill himself. You cannot. And you cannot, being someone like Vic Mensa who upholds all of these things that I agree with.
Very beautiful music.
He makes very beautiful music.
Autobiography.
That was such a great album. That was such a great album.
One of the best albums of the year. That shit was crazy.
And that's the reason I will never listen to his music again, because Vic Mensa not only contradicted himself musically.
You better take that to the grave.
He not only contradicted himself musically, but he contradicted himself emotionally and socially. Because X.
Now, can we say this? I'm not trying to justify it because it is. I've already stated it's wrong to talk on a dead man, but I think that his mom being in the crowd made it a lot worse, and I don't think he knew that. Can I just say that in his defense? I don't think he knew that.
But he shouldn't have said it. Period.
Vic has shown plenty of times in interviews that he's not one to hold back how he feels. He's not. He's going to tell you how he feels.
How can you sit here and...
But I don't think he would have done it knowing that his mom... I think he would have had enough respect to not do that in front of his mom.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
He said that. He went live.
Yeah, he did.
And he said, I did not know this man's mom was in the crowd. I
But how
apologize
much...
for that, but I don't apologize for what I said.
But how much can you really sit there and try and bash a man for beating on for allegedly?
It's so hard. This is a tough one because it's like he's a huge fan of X, right? Mm-hmm.
And I'm also a huge fan of Vic.
You know who X is, but you're probably not a huge fan, right? So we're in the same boat.
His shit is fucking
crazy,
bro.
Right.
Crazy diverse, right?
And dude, live instruments, my shit.
And with that said, you're taking like Vic Mensa may or may not have known his music. I don't know if he listened to his music.
No,
or
he
if
did.
But the thing is, for someone that's really into him, knows him, is always checking his lives. You know, X was going live and talking like, you know, positive stuff for the people.
And always has been.
A lot of people don't know that, and they're just consuming this music. And when they're digesting this music, they're like, this man's really no good. You know what I mean? So it's like Vic is saying the right thing, but the way it happened is really bad. It should. I don't know.
He's not saying the right thing though, because you can't.
So misunderstood, and
you can't sit here and be like, "Oh."
And X may have been a good person.
He was.
Who am I to say he's not? He may have been a good person and been for the people, but he even Dix can probably admit this that I'm sure. By the way, let me know when Hendo's back in the building.
Hendo is back in the fucking building.
Hendo's back.
Let's go.
Back.
Jesus.
Welcome back, Hendo.
Welcome to the show.
Even he could admit.
Sorry, I'm late.
Even he could admit that you know, X has made himself look pretty stupid at times, and it's made it very hard for us to appreciate and respect what he's doing for the people because he's made it look.
The only reason X made himself, X made himself look stupid or look like a scumbag is because he wasn't mentally right.
Nah, he wasn't. And people and that's
and
another thing.
People do not understand that.
People don't understand mental health. And it needs to be talked about. People, this is a new thing. You know, back in the day, everybody was so quick. Anybody that had mental health problems back in the day, I'm talking just as, you know, 15, 20, 30 years ago, just 15 years ago, it was, we didn't understand mental health. So it was that person's crazy.
Right.
We didn't understand, you know, ADD, bipolar, suicidal. We didn't understand all these things. So we didn't know multiple personality disorder, all that stuff. We didn't understand depression or anxiety like we do now, to the depth that we know now. So we just called those people crazy. You know what I mean? So now that it's something that's talked about, we do kind of have to. We can't sweep that under the rug. X was mentally ill. We know that. So it doesn't justify some of his actions. It never justifies it. It's not like, all right, he's mentally ill, so he's okay to do crazy shit.
Yeah, honestly.
We just have to work on our shit and learn and
everyone's
educate
everyone's
ourselves.
a little crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Everyone's a little.
World.
I personally, I'm on a mission to prove this. Before I die, I'm going to prove this. I think everybody born has some mental illness.
Honestly,
I do.
probably.
I really do.
I really
Whether
feel
some are more mild than others, I think everybody on Earth, everybody that walks this Earth with a different walk of life, has some kind of mental illness or some kind of mental disorder. I do truly believe that.
Word.
Can you disagree?
Honestly, no, I don't disagree
it.
at all.
So-
I'm going to say this, and then we're probably just going to move to our next topic. Vic is wrong completely because, one, you just don't...
You understand why he's saying it. You understand why he's saying it?
I understand why he's saying it, but he's a fucking hypocrite for saying it. The biggest focal point of that diss was Vic bashing X for allegedly beating up his girlfriend. Vic Mensa has openly admitted to chokeholding his girlfriend. You cannot.
Well then, right there.
He's a hypocrite.
He's exempt from the topic.
He's a hypocrite.
He cannot be.
You can't.
Yeah, no, he can't.
You can't sit here and be like, you can't sit here and bash a dead man.
You can't touch on something and be a hypocrite. You can't.
And try and bash someone
for doing something that you've already done.
And you admitted it. He admitted it on an interview.
That's like a father, right? That's like a father growing up as a bank robber, right? And their son grows up to be a bank robber,
and then their father telling him,
and
"You're
the
a piece
father
of
says,
shit."
"Why the fuck would you do that?" And the son's like, "Because I grew up watching you do it. This is what you've always done,
exactly,
to get money."
We have so
you know what I mean? Like
we have so much influence on like people that we look up to. We have so much influence. Everyone has so mumuch influence. Like if someone is doing something, everyone's going to do it. Because if that person did it, then everyone's going to do it.
Exactly.
And it's either a good thing or a bad thing. And we just really need to take care of ourselves. Because every single day, people are going through some bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day, but it's up to us, and it's up to us to, like, speak our emotions. Because if we're not speaking our emotions, we're going to go fucking nuts. We got to let people know what we're feeling at. Even if it's fucking dumb.
You can't live numb. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like, people feel shit.
But my whole thing is with this whole Vic versus X situation is that Vic is a fucking hypocrite, bro. And I will say that...
If you could say one thing to Vic, what would you say?
Get your fucking shit together and apologize to his mom.
I think he did do that. He did do that.
Go in person and apologize to every single fucking friend that X has. Trippy, Tank, Slump, Trippy, Tank, Ski Mask, Wi-Fi, Pump, all these niggas that have way more clout than you, go to them and apologize to them for you dissing their dead friend. And while I will say that Vic, he wrote the verse months ahead, but he's still a hypocrite for it because he should never wrote the verse at all. Because Vic is known as someone who has put hands on his girlfriend, and the focal point of that diss was bashing X and bashing other artists for getting swept under the rug for abuse. But X's case was only alleged fucking charges. Vic Mensa has openly admitted to putting hands and mentally and physically abusing a woman that he claims to love. So even if he wrote the verse before X's death, he is still a hypocrite and he is still wrong for saying what he said, because you can't sit. If I'm sitting here and being like, oh, pedophilia is wrong, rapists are fucking scumbags, but I go out and rape 10 bitches, what do I look like? A fucking hypocrite and a monster. And that's exactly what Vic looks like, a hypocrite and a monster, because you have no fucking right to speak on a man's actions if you've done the same thing and are not trying to change yourself. At least we publicly saw X. After Vic admitted to putting hands on his girlfriend, we have not seen one change from Vic. All we've been seeing from Vic Mensa lately is him dissing Tekashi 6ix9ine and him saying who wanna fight. Every single person that X has been involved with musically on the street will beat the shit out of Vic Mensa, because I've seen all their fights, I've seen how these niggas move, and I know their origin. Trippy Red is tall, is your height. Trippy Red is your height. Vic Mensa is mine. Trippy Red will brush that nigga in the fucking dirt. Tankhead. Hold on. Tankhead
I'm trying to decide if this is Hendo speaking or Dix.
Tankhead. Before when X started going on tour, before X started going on tour, Tank is someone that X knew on a street level, on a gang level. Let's make this very clear. XXXTentacion has been blood affiliated since he was 15 years old. He met Tankhead through a bunch of blood niggas. He grew a relationship with Tank. And
So what are you getting at?
I'm telling you that every single nigga that X has been involved with musically or on the street will beat the shit out of Vic Mental on sight for saying the shit that he said. Vic going on the internet and talking about who want to fight and who want to do this and who want to do that is literally a fucking death wish, because every single nigga that whatever.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Because all I heard was he apologized to his
Vic
mom.
Mensa uploaded a video. He was like, "Oh, I'm taking a flight back from North Korea. My voice is very hoarse. But nah, who want to fight me though?" And started laughing hysterically. Damn. You feel me? Like, that's just scummy for Vic to have all these. For Vic to have all these upholding.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think that bull's gonna get shot if he keeps talking.
Yeah, he really is. For Vic to have all these upstanding values that he represents. And this is the most contradicting part of it. Vic is someone who's gone on, who said, if someone ever disrespects the legends of hip hop, I'll smack the shit out of him. And the legends of hip hop are people like Tupac, people like Big L, people like Funk Flex. Tupac went to jail for rape for 5 years. Big Pun beat up his wife. Very, very consistently and very normally.
That's a large man.
You feel me? Big Pun was a very big woman abuser. Funk Flex has put hands on his wife. So how much can you really sit here and claim you have respect for legends and claim you're gonna and how much can you really sit here and bash a man for allegedly beating up a woman when your icons and your role models have been to jail for rape and have knowingly beat up their fucking spouse? Big Pun's son went to an interview and said, "I'm glad my dad is dead because we don't have to watch our mom get abused anymore." Damn. So my whole thing is, Vic is a fucking hypocrite. The people that he holds all these values up to would probably go up to him and be like, "Bro, you need to stop." Because he is a hypocrite. He's acting as a hypocrite and he doesn't see anything wrong with it. I have no respect for that man at the end of the day. None. And I will never listen to his music ever again until he goes to every single one of his friends and Cleo, X's mom, and says, "I'm sorry." Or catches a fade with these niggas. Because not only is Cleo's son dead, but a month after X's death, she lost her fucking niece. No one can even fathom how much pain Cleo is going through right now. No one, bro. And it's not fair for Vic Mensa to go on this platform just because his hype is dying out to fucking diss a dead man. It's disrespectful, bro. It's disrespectful. And Vic Mensa is someone who's gone on the Daily Struggle and told DJ Academics to his face, "Bro, you disrespected some of the people that are dead and some of the niggas that I've been friends with since I was 5. How dare you?" Damn. How dare you? He's a fucking hypocrite. He contradicted himself. I don't hold any word or any value or any type of movement that Vic is trying to change or that Vic is trying to perpetuate. It's not valid to me anymore. He holds no value in my life anymore. Not his music, not his word, not his morals, not his demeanor. Fuck Vic Mensa. On my mom, bro. On my mom. And on my son's life. Fuck Vic Mensa.
Yeah, bro, I would honestly say the same thing. Like, people look up to that guy. They used to look up to that guy, but not so much anymore. But people that did look up to him are gonna be like, "Damn, we just wasted our fucking time on, focusing on this negative fucking human being," and they're...
When he tried to be a snake in sheep's clothing, when he tried to be a fucking saint and tried to openly admit that he abused a woman to try and change. When really, he was just saying that shit for views and saying that shit to get fucking click. All of Vic Mensa has been doing for the past year is clickbait. And I don't respect him. And I don't respect his career.
Neither do I.
And I think Jay-Z needs to terminate his fucking contract.
That's not going to happen.
Jay-Z has said that Vic Mensa is next up. And after Jay-Z gave Vic Mensa that cosign, he's done nothing with it. Nothing.
No, he needs to... Listen... Jay-Z's a businessman, so he needs to see that you can stand on your own too, and you can go get.
He's not getting any business from Vic because all of his shit flops now. The last thing that Vic came out with only has 88,000 views. This is someone who's signed to The Rock.
This man hates Vic.
I don't hate Vic. I don't hate Vic. I love his music. But now I will never listen to his music again. And
Jay-Z's probably gonna see that and be like, I don't. Like,
I have to terminate your contract. Yeah. You're not bringing me any revenue. You feel me?
It's only bad revenue now.
And it's not only is it bad revenue, but it's bad publicity. Once everyone understands that Vic Mensa is signed to one of the most influential people in hip hop,
It's gonna look bad on Jay-Z.
It's gonna look bad on Jay-Z. Why do you think Jay-Z doesn't even talk to Kanye like that anymore?
Because we're talking about it. It doesn't matter.
But then again, Jay-Z has shot his brother.
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, you're right.
Negative publicity is good publicity. Jay-Z now has us. We're talking about his artists on our show right now. Do you understand that? That's why Jay-Z's winning.
Fuck Vic Mensa.
In case we forgot.
That is true. Same with Kanye and Trump. Like it's
exactly.
Publicity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like everyone's gonna fucking look at that and be like,
everyone's
talking about
it.
When Push and Kanye decided to sign,
there's a few things I've learned in this industry so far. Anything that Eminem, Drake, Kanye, Jay-Z, Diddy. You got any more names you want to shout out?
XXXTentacion.
It's the fucking gold, and we're all going to talk about it, regardless if we like it or not.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
But at the end of the day, Vic Mensa can suck my dick. I'm not gonna say fuck his dead homies because I have more respect for myself as a man and more respect for myself.
You heard it here first from Dix.
And more respect for myself. Ow. Hold on, North about to plug us in real quick.
Hold on.
We got a clip for y'all.
check it out.
We got a clip we're about to play for you guys. We found it's pretty funny.
Here's a picture of a new plane. I want this to be your new Air Force One. Wow, very cool indeed. Where's the plane? It's invisible. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. And who is that? That's Wonder Woman. Okay. Maybe we should order your lunch from a pharmacy. Now, I want to show y'all a picture, all right, of an airplane, okay, on my iPhone, and just put the passcode in 0000000. I'm a genius.
That's how people feel about Kanye.
Fuck Kanye. Yo. I'm not going to say fuck Kanye West, but fuck Kanye West right now.
That's so funny.
That's how people feel about him.
Fuck Kanye West right now and fuck Vic Mensa forever. Oh my
You know
mama.
what? Keep talking for a second.
On everything I love, bro, like no matter how much beef I've ever had with the man, if one of his homies died, bro, or if he died, bro, I'm not going to speak ill on that man. You feel me? I wouldn't wish that, bro. Some of my best friends are dead, bro. And I've had niggas disrespect my dead best friends. I've had niggas tell me, oh, your best friend deserved to die. He's a dope fiend. Your best friend deserved to die. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time because he called the police on himself. Your best friend deserved to die because he's the one who didn't stop when the police told him to. You feel me? How the fuck does a 22-year-old boy deserve to die? You feel me?
It's fucked up, bro.
Let me tell you the situation, Brandon. Rest in peace, Alexis. By the way, my friend Alexis.
Yo, we got Craig calling in. While we're. Craig, what up, bro?
Yo.
Yo, what's good? Am I on the line with the connection?
Yeah.
What's good? You're on the line with the connection, bro.
All day. What's going on, Hendo? Chill. What's going on, man?
What's poppin'?
What's poppin', brother?
So I had to take a little trip grocery shopping, but before I did.
Family man.
Conversation about I want to go over two topics, man. The whole Kanye West thing. Now look. I just want to whoever's listening in, man. Look, Kanye might be, he is a great artist, man. You can't deny his talent, producing. But people got to realize the nut shit he be doing. He's fucking married. He's with Kim Kardashian, man. Do you understand what that girl puts him through, man? He's been mentally fucked for getting in a family like the Kardashians. Like this is something that people should know. You know what I mean? And I feel like the reason why he's the goofiest shit, he's so mentally ill, is because he's dealing with the Kardashian family on a daily basis.
He's keeping up with the Kardashians.
He's trying to keep up.
At least. Right.
He tired. He tired trying to keep up.
He's on the treadmill.
He's doing everything he can right now to keep his name relevant.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
what?
don't blame Kanye. I mean, like I said, does everybody support Trump? They don't, but
I'm about to
we
hang
gotta
up on
bite
you,
the bullet.
boy.
The guy's our fucking president. I mean, there's nothing we can do.
He not my
Kanye
president.
to go meet him. I don't think nothing's gonna come from it. But I just want to
He
tell
not my
people the
president.
reason why he's so out there, Kanye West, is because I'm telling you, that's got to be one of the reasons.
He's not.
You know.
You might be right.
He hasn't done anything to.
So it's
to
just
me.
dealing with somebody like
Donald
that.
Trump's
with
not my
that
president. He can suck my dick.
that she has, and
That's how you feel about it?
that's how I feel. So it's like we gotta let Kanye live a little bit. I know he's doing some fucked up shit, not representing people correctly, but at the end of the day, think about what he goes through on an everyday basis, man. The paparazzi, like he's just one of them guys, superstars that people are just on his ass nonstop. He's like, you know what? Let me give him something to talk about. You know?
That's his own fault.
That's his life.
Yeah, word. No one told his ass to get married to Kim Kardashian and get rich and forget about black people.
No doubt. I'm just saying. I just feel like that contributes to everything going on. And, secondly, man, I wanted to get into the whole Vic Mensa X thing and talking about dead person, man. You never talk about a dead person because they can't defend themselves, and that's right, man. You know, somebody recently did it to us, to our boy Jimmy D.
Rest in peace, Jimmy D's, bro. Bro gods.
Bro gods all day, man. So whoever did that, the Lester Mahomes guy, I'm sure you guys know about it, fake Facebook page, bash the dead person, and I just do not agree with it. And Hendo shit, man, anytime you hear somebody do it, personally tell me. I want to go personally see these people. And that's a fact.
And that's on my mom, blood.
At the end of the day, stay connected every Sunday 3 to 5, man. That's it. I just want to call in.
Yo, thanks for calling in, and why don't you plug yourself in and show them where to find you at?
Oh, yeah, man. It's your boy Craig Lynch, _100. Craig Lynch, the fucking rapper everybody hates, but I made a public apology today, so I'm making amends, man. One half or two of a kind. You know what kind it is.
Shout out J. Dot.
Catch us on ABN101.com. Full-time radio show. For the record, fuck trash rappers, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
I love that Craig's last name is Lynch, and he's one of the blackest white people I've ever met.
Salute, man. Salute. Connection, man. I'm connected. I'm going to get these people connected, man. Love y'all. We out.
Love you too, bro.
Let's go. We got a plug. You already know.
Alrighty.
Thanks for calling in.
Peace, bro.
All right, so let's get into this mental health topic. Bro, I want to talk to Brandon and understand what kind of mental health have you dealt with?
Man, you got a story to tell us?
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
Now, yeah, I'll tell you.
This is just an open floor, so we're.
So the thing that's fucked up with us artists is that we are so fucking emotional. Am I right?
Yeah.
So fucking emotional. So like when something's not going right and something's like really, people are just taking your life for granted and using you for shit, bro, you just want to fucking punch a fucking wall, bro.
Yeah.
And it's quite bad. It's quite scary to be by yourself when this shit's going on and you have no one.
Can I pick this guitar up real quick?
Oh yeah, bro. You already know. Fucking smash that, bro.
I want to do real quick.
But I think music playing live shows is so fucking healthy because you release all of that fucking anger, all of that fucking bullshit, bro. You release all that shit to everyone. And the bad thing about that is that we're so powerful. Like artists is so fucking powerful. So like whatever we put out there, we're fucking putting out there. We're gonna fucking manifest. So I come to realize that fucking as long as we can fucking be truthful to ourselves, then that is everything that makes sense in the world. Being true to yourself, being true to your heart. And if you fucking mess up, then fucking say you messed up. Right away, like straight up. Don't like hide. Don't lie. Don't do any of that shit. Because
suck up your pride.
The moment you fucking are fucking hiding, that's when your mental health is getting really fucked. You start thinking of crazy ass shit. And man, you really just need to fucking, in the end, hang out with true people, man. Not people that just want to smoke your weed. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You want to hang out with people that actually care about you, bro.
Yo, you're so right, man. And lately, for like the past few months, I've been dealing with the same thing you just talked about, like just being around negative people, being around people who aren't really conducive to my like life and my music, and I cut ties with these people, and I told them straight up, like, listen, like, I have to go my separate way, not because I feel like I'm better than you, because I'm not. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I'm not better than you, because some of these friends actually really helped me get to a better place in my life, you know? Whether they gave me money, whether they put clothes or food in my mouth, like, whether they just motivated me and supported my music, but the life that they were living outside of supporting me wasn't conducive to the change I was trying to have as a man not only of music, but as a man of God. I don't know if you believe in, like, a higher power or anything.
Of course I do.
But I told some of these friends that, like, listen, hey, we're going on a different path, you know? And the path that I'm trying to do is something that isn't conducive to the path that you're going on.
Yeah, man.
And if I go on your path and stay with you just due to the loyalty and love that I have for you, it's not going to be conducive for me. I love you unconditionally. Man. I will always be there for you. But at the end of the day, I'm over here, you're over there.
We're not riding in the same car anymore.
You feel me? Exactly. And if you ever need help, I will drop whatever the fuck I'm doing to help you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
you can't. It's like so hard to do it. You can't literally go down to the wavelength, because it's like when you're down at the wavelength, you start to
think at their wavelength.
Yeah, then you just fucking.
You slow down. You slow down everything.
Really fucking.
You gotta be. Down. You gotta be. It sucks to say, but the society we live in, like, there's so many people fucked up today out there, and it really will slow you down. The way I look at it, I'm gonna throw an analogy out there. This is the way I see it in my mind right now as we're speaking. I look at life like we're on a highway, right? And we have I'm sure in this room we all have our own goals and things we're trying to achieve, right? Things we're trying to accomplish. And you have a certain point. You look at a road that you have to travel, and it might be a rocky road. It might be the one less traveled. It might be very hard to get there. But you have to get to here. And if we're on the highway, those people that are coming into our lives, and maybe their road's a little different, you got to slow down for them.
Yeah.
Why, you know what I mean? We can't do that. We can't do that all the time. We got to keep it pushing, because we got our own road to follow.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I
All
mean?
boss moves out here.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts. And what I was trying to say is that one of the people that I actually cut ties with, they hit me up the other day, and they were like, I'm in a really bad spot. I feel really suicidal. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if everything is real right now. And
me yesterday,
I missed the message. Because I was at work. But after I saw the message, I hit them up immediately, and I was like, "What's wrong? What do you need? What can I do for you?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm fine now. Everything's cool. But thank you for reaching out, and I hope you're doing good." And I had the opportunity to tell them, I'm doing great. My life is better than yours. I'm mentally okay now that you're out of my life. But I told them straight up.
there for them.
Yeah, exactly. I told them straight up, I'm doing just fine, but I'm worried about you. I want you to stay safe. I want you to keep your mentality safe, and I want you to stay away from negative people, because no matter how much distance we have with each other, you are someone who really, really motivated me and really believes in my music, and still believes in my music to this day. Because I asked them to come to a show that I'm doing, and they were like, yeah, I'm totally down. No matter what kind of tension we have with each other, I love your music, and I love what you're trying to do with your music, so of course I'll support you. But at the end of the day, we're not friends anymore, we're not cool anymore, because this person was going down a road that I couldn't follow. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory of my life. I was someone who, in my teenage years, was very much of a misogynist, very mentally abusive, sometimes physically abusive to the people I was with. And the person that I'm talking about was also very mentally abused and very, very untrustworthy of people. They didn't trust people because of the abuse that they went through. But they trusted me because I was very open with the things that I was going through and how I was treating people, women especially. And when I decided to make that change in my life and decided to just stop being so abusive towards I didn't love myself at all, I didn't love myself whatsoever. So I perpetuated that onto other people. Yeah. And it was very, very unhealthy, and it was very mean and very wrong of me. And I made those amends, or at least tried to, with the women that I dated and with the people that I hurt. And the person that I was best friends with, they recently they were going down a pretty bad road, and they were doing things. They were cheating on their boyfriend. They were being very rude to their boyfriend, even though the whole relationship was just kind of really unstable. But when I decided to make the change and decided to take infidelity out of my life and to take instability out of my life, I looked at that person and I was like, this person, as much as I love them, is unstable, not only in their head but in their life. You're losing jobs all the time. You don't know you don't know when you're going to pay rent next. You don't know what you're going to do with your life. You don't even love yourself. And it's hard. I had to look at that person. I had to understand that now that I'm doing better in my life and they're not even making an effort, from what I see, to keep in contact with me or change their surroundings to keep our friendship intact, I don't need this person anymore. I love you unconditionally, but you're poison to my life right now, and I don't mean that in a vindictive way, because
it hurts to see them when you're not on the same wavelength anymore, and you wish it was possible. Sometimes shit can't be possible, so you gotta fucking just do you.
Yeah.
Always move on and fucking stay with the family.
And I told that person before I cut them off, I was like, listen, I don't know why we haven't talked, and I don't really care, but I need to move on. Not because I feel like I'm better than you, because I'm not, or not because I feel like you're holding me back, but because I need to separate myself for the better of myself.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's good you said that. Shows that you really care about yourself.
And she hit me back and she was like, fuck you, I'm already better than you, I'm doing better than you, you're forgetting where you're coming from, so don't ever try and form our friendship back ever again once you realize that all the people that you're trying to be friends with are just going to backstab you. And when she said that, I looked at the people that were in my life that I brought into my life now, like people like Nick, and Nick especially, because I've only known him for 6 months, and he's like a brother to me. He's been more loyal to me than certain people that I've been friends with for years. And when she said that to me, I was like, let me look at the people who are in my life. My girlfriend supports the shit out of me. Nick supports the shit out of me. My mom loves me. My dead best friend's mom loves me. My son loves me. Me and my baby moms are on good terms. So who are the people that you're talking about that want to see me fall on my face? Who are the people that you're talking about that are disloyal? Because I guarantee if I would have told any of the people that I just named that I need to separate myself, they would have said, I wish you best and I love you. Would you have not, Nick? If I told you today that I just need to be by myself for the better of myself, would you have reacted the way that my friend reacted? No. Nah.
If that's what you needed.
Exactly. Especially if I told you straight to your face, it's not because I feel like I'm better than you, right? Because I'm not. I'm not better than anyone emotionally, spiritually, mentally.
Right.
And when I came to the conclusion that she was just letting off steam and that she was more afraid to lose our friendship, and that's why she said what she said, I made peace with it. Because she just tried to perpetuate her own insecurities on me. Because she doesn't have anybody. Because she alienates people. Because she doesn't trust people. Because she doesn't have anyone to go to that tells them that they love her genuinely. Because her relationship's unstable. Her life is unstable and has been unstable ever since I've met her. And
I am feeling you 100%.
I tried so hard, bro, to build her up.
Tell me about it.
I tried so hard, bro.
Bro, I tried so hard too, bro.
You can't fix people, man.
Always there for her. Every single day. I don't give a fuck. I'll be there every single fucking day. Whatever the fuck it takes. But sometimes it is the hardest thing in the world to say, like, we are done. We can't just, like, talk anymore because it's, like, it's just poison. Like what you said, it's fucking hurting. It's my fucking mindset is declining every time.
Exactly. And it doesn't come from a place of animosity. It doesn't come from a place of resent. It doesn't even come from a place of superiority. It comes from a place of realizing that I'm not okay right now. You feel me? And minus our friendship, I'm not okay. And when we put our friendship into the equation or our relationship into the equation, it makes me even more not okay. So if I try to build you back up, I can only do so much. You need to be in the same fucking hole with me so we can build each other back up. And if you're feeding me all of this energy and not feeding yourself any and just sitting in a rut, all I'm doing is feeding off the energy that you're giving me when you should be giving that energy to yourself.
Being selfless never works. You got to be selfish sometimes. Like
yeah, you do.
We really do.
It's
man.
It's not a bad thing to be selfish.
A lot of people take that word.
You can't help people unless you help yourself.
You got to.
A lot of people take that word selfish to a egotistical,
exactly, and
bad standpoint.
That's not always what it means. You got to be selfish sometimes. You got to help yourself and build yourself up to a certain point. And then you can be in a more powerful position to give back to others and help them. You know what I mean? Like, I always told myself, I'm going to go out there and do everything in my power to go be the most successful man that I can be. Whether it's in business, whether it's in music, whether it's in whatever I do, like my passions, right? Once I am successful enough to help others, once I've helped myself enough, mentally, physically, emotionally, to every aspect in my life, then I can come back and help you guys.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not at all,
because then you can help those people more. People need people like that. They need leadership. We need people in roles where we can give back to our communities and help people. And we can't do that unless we help ourselves first.
Exactly.
Like Kanye's in a position of power financially, but mentally, he's not okay.
Yeah, he's not.
So he can't really educate or teach anyone or help them.
He can't help anyone.
Because the man's got to help himself first.
Yeah, he can't
you know
help
what
anyone.
I mean? Like, he's not okay.
He's not.
So, and that's not a bad thing. So people need to be selfish sometimes. Be fucking selfish. Help yourself first and then go help everybody else.
Because I promise you, bro, that when all of this success comes and all of the money comes rolling in, the same person who I cut off, I will go to her and hand her thousands of dollars right to her because of how much she helped me. You feel me? She was an amazing person, bro. She is an amazing person. She's just dealing with so much negativity. She's one of those people who have more positive tendencies, but let their negative tendencies show due to how much she's been through. You feel me? And she doesn't trust people, so therefore she tries to fuck up situations before someone hurts her first. And that's negative, bro. That's negative energy. And I can't be around that. Even though I was that kind of person, I realized that that's not getting me anywhere. It's just fucking up relationships. It's fucking up my own mental. And it's reaping me bad karma.
It really fucking
One of the people that are, not to cut you guys off, one of the people that are following this right now, are live. They said you can't fill someone else's tank if yours is on empty. Fill yours first.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's a great
Facts.
point. I like that.
It is
I like how they broke that down.
Have you ever dealt with like any type of suicidal thoughts or people around you who are suicidal?
Man. Sometimes when you love someone so much and you put all of your energy into them, and when it gets to the point where they don't feel the same way towards you anymore, you start to, because you're like, my heart's not even in me
I feel worthless.
Yeah, bro. And it's like I'm like waiting for fucking nothing every single day.
For nothing.
Waiting for nothing, bro.
It's the worst, most empty feeling in the world.
It is.
It's such a dark, lonely place.
It is, bro.
You're giving your all, everything you got, to someone else, and they're not giving the same in return.
They're not giving anything back.
This is such a good show right
They're
now.
not giving anything back, and it's sad how
I think we've all
how
been
beautiful,
there too.
like, something can be and how destructive it can be at the same time.
Yep.
It can really hurt your mind, hurt your brain, hurt your heart. And obviously, us fucking artists are so fucking emotional that I think every artist at some point thinks thoughts of, suicide, just fucking hurting yourself, fucking not eating, fucking just forgetting to eat, forgetting to fucking take care of yourself, and you start to fucking drink alcohol, like, I don't fucking know, like, you start to fucking just go down a rat hole, and it is really scary.
It is really scary, and this is something that I'm very adamant about because I've been self-harming since I was an 11-year-old boy, and I'm 23 now, and it's been like almost a year since I put the razor to my arm, and what I find the most conducive to not self-harm anymore is to realize how grateful I am for life, and for the position that I'm in. I have this radio show that helps people on the daily. I have my music that helps people on the daily. I have a wonderful girlfriend, a wonderful son, and I have people who look up to me not only as a musician but as a person who puts positive things on Facebook, tries to walk the walk as much as he talks the talk. And my girlfriend actually instilled a lot of inspiration in me for that because I've seen my girlfriend fucking feed homeless people after spending $130. And my point is that when I make it to the echelon that I need to be at, I'll completely sacrifice my mental health for the sake of the kids' mental health because I'm past cutting myself. I'm past self-harming. And if it gets that bad again, just because I'm trying to help people, I'll eat that. You feel me? I'll take that to the chin, because I feel like even if I get to that bad place again, I'll still have an outlet for children. I'll still have an outlet for kids.
But also, more importantly, my thing has always been this: I don't feel the stress anymore, because once you've done something once, you know you can do it again.
Exactly.
If you've already made it to that point, you can do it again. Mm-hmm. You can do it again. I'll never go broke, because my story has been very crazy. One of these episodes, we were just talking the other day, and we were talking about how we started this show to help other people, but we never help ourselves. We do have conversations where we call each other, but I'm saying to really let it out. This is an outlet for people to get on. And for everybody watching, in case you don't know, we made this whole show about mental health specifically. Hip-hop's always going to be there. We can talk about that all day. But we made the show about mental health as an outlet for people to get on and speak and let their frustrations out, such as, like, you know, a lot of people aren't artists like us. They don't have that music to let it out.
Yeah.
So we gave them this platform to get on and speak. You know what I mean? And we never help ourselves. So we were just talking about maybe possibly getting up and sharing our stories and getting deep, because we've touched on them, but we've never shared our full entire story.
What's your story, Nick?
You know, I would like to do that in the next few episodes. You might just see S.H.O.E share his story, and you might see Hendo share his story, unless he's still going under the moniker Dix, and I don't know if that's going to be the thing.
Suck my ass.
But
just suck it.
It really just it comes down to definitely, you know, I agree with you guys. Definitely, you gotta help yourself before you help others. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What other things can you share from your story? You know, that you've been through.
I think
you got a story you want to share with us?
Yeah, we got 15 minutes left.
I could just ramble.
Share some things. I mean, I don't know, and I can just give you a couple examples. But a lot of us, you know, we've shared, you know, we've lost people. You know,
rest in peace, Bo Riley.
Right, exactly. So he lost one of his best friends. I've lost people. You know, have you ever dealt with that? If you've ever dealt with any kind of mental illnesses, mental disorders, or you know anybody that's dealt with it, anything, you could share anything.
Yeah.
Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Well, definitely.
More importantly, there's people watching, so if you could say anything that would help them, that's our whole mission.
Of course. So, I definitely had, my whole life I've been fighting with this severe depression, and I don't even know where it started or how it started. And it got to the point where I wasn't taking care of myself. I would fucking drink every night, bang every bitch, and just go down that fucking rat hole. I'm sure everyone can fucking relate to that. College, fucking drinking every fucking night, partying, fucking
every fucking night.
And it's like, what the fuck are you like doing? I mean, like, what do you plan on doing? People really need to like have a fucking vision, and their goals need to be in front of them, not the fucking bar, not the fucking alcohol. I mean, so I'm pretty good on like saying no. If someone offers me some fucking drugs, I'll say nah, I'm good, because I know I know that shit's gonna fuck me up, because I'm battling with schizophrenia every fucking single day, and it feels like people are fucking actually out to fucking kill me. And it's just being in the city, it feels like I feel like I'm gonna get shot or something. And it's one of the worst feelings in the fucking world is being fucking afraid and being in fear of this fucking life. And it surely is scary. And I think the reason why I think I need to stop, I think in general I just need to stop smoking. People need to stop taking, if something's not working, then don't do it, you know?
You mean smoking weed?
I mean, like, I don't know. Sometimes I think weed kind of like brings out that like skits out, but it just depends on who you're smoking with. If you're smoking with some good ass people, then your mind's not just gonna fucking be wandering about that. But if you're hanging around with fucking negative people that are just doing some negative fucking bullshit, your mind will go fucking ballistic on yourself.
It will manifest.
It will fucking manifest.
Have you ever tried LSD?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That shit brought it out.
Does it brought it out? It didn't have any like positive effects on you?
Oh, maybe the first time it was a good time. People should see, like, everyone wants to try something, and I think that's a really good thing. everyone has the opportunity to try something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an opportunity of a lifetime. You can try, you can fucking wash your car. You can fucking smoke a fat-ass blunt, you know? Like, fuck yeah, bro. It's your life to fucking live, so might as well do what the fuck you gotta do. But in the end, you gotta take care of yourself and really take care of yourself. Fucking shower, you know? Like, fucking really take care of your hygiene, take care of your mind. Fucking...
That's something that's very part of depression is, like, lack of hygiene.
Yeah, man. Eat healthy food, bro. Eat some healthy-ass food. Drink a lot of fucking water. I haven't... Literally didn't eat in fucking, like, 3 days just because... It's crazy what a love loss can really do to someone. It's something that it's one of the hardest things to have to deal with, and it's people can relate to that because everyone knows what love is. I'm sure if they don't, they will, because that's all this world is fucking love. That's the frequency is love, and that's the good vibration is love. 432 hertz.
I love that. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, buddy.
You believe that that's what life's all about?
I believe it.
Hell yeah.
Same. I agree.
Yeah. And I think it's very, very smart of you to stay away from acid because I suffer from bipolar disorder, and bipolar and schizophrenia can be very, very similar. You know, people who are manic bipolar can have very bad delusions or hallucinations, just like someone who's schizophrenic, and we can get in really, really bad depressive fits or really, really bad manic violent fits. Yeah. And I respect you first and foremost for telling us that you do suffer from schizophrenia and depression. And what I want to say to that is that don't ever do acid ever again in your life. Don't. It has no positive effects on schizophrenia. But when I first did acid, and the first 5 times I did it, it helped a lot with my bipolar disorder. It helped regulate my mood a lot. It helped me realize a lot of stuff about myself, you know.
Wake up.
Yeah, you definitely do. Because I used acid in the correct way, or like in the more spiritual, appropriate way. Yeah, exactly. Every single time I've ever done acid, I've had a bad part of my trip. And when I recognized that I was having a bad part, it made me realize, like, okay, this is the part where I need to go introspective and go into a room by myself, listen to music, and think about the things that I've done, think about the flaws that I have, think about the questions that I have to the universe, think about the questions that I have for God, and think about the things that I need to do for my son. And every single time I've had that bad part of my trip and just consolidated everything in my mind, I came out of that bad part with a better peak of my high, with a better realization of myself. And the next day, they say that acid is supposed to make you super cranky and super irritable, like after the next few days, and I didn't feel any of that, you know, because I made that realization, I made that journey into my mind. And if it wasn't for LSD, I feel like I wouldn't be as close to God and as close to my soul, as close to my spirit, and as close to how much I transmute my energy into my music and within my everyday life. Awesome. And after doing acid and realizing all the changes that I need to make, I acted out on those changes. I acted out on the realizations that I made through LSD. And then I realized that the laws of attraction, even though I was practicing them, I wasn't practicing them hard enough. So I woke up every single day after my last acid trip and just told myself I will be successful. Fuck the doubt in my stomach. I will be successful. I will move past the doubt. I will move past the discouragement. I will look into the mirror every single day and tell myself that I am a flawed human being.
And I love when we have these talks.
Me too, man.
We go on rants for hours on the phone together, and we go from being at our lowest point to peaking.
Right, bro.
And all through that conversation, we touch on every single emotion that you could possibly have.
Bro, just yesterday, I was so fucking angry, bro. I was having it was like a mixture of a mood swing and just a really bad day. And I can't write like that. I can't write when I'm super angry. And everyone that I went out to Facebook and I told them, like, I'm having a really bad day. And one of my friends told me to just write it out. And I can't write when I'm
scream it out.
Exactly. I can't write when I'm angry. You feel me? It just doesn't work that way.
Bro.
And I just let out a big ass yell within my covers, within my blankets.
Yeah, me too, brother.
And then I was like, if I don't talk to someone right now, I'm going to take it out on my girlfriend. I knew that because that's one of the tendencies that I'm still struggling with.
It's my tendency too, to be honest.
And I texted Nick I was like, fuck writing a song right now. I need to talk to someone who has my best interests at heart. So I texted him and I told him, I feel so much anger and I feel so much confusion. I don't know whether to write or to stay silent. I don't know whether to give up or keep going. I don't know whether to stop believing in God or just or keep my faith. And he called me and he was like, you don't have to say a single word. And he just talked me out of my bad mood and made me realize. Thank you, by the way. He made me realize that the anger I was feeling yesterday was way more temporary than I thought it would be.
Because it's always because of other people. We go through pain.
I know, right?
Did you ever realize 99.99999% of the time we go through pain is because of some other motherfucker?
Oh my God, bro.
It's never because of us.
It's
never. Why the fuck would you wake
feeling.
up and give yourself a bad time?
Right, bro. It's because of people, man.
Honestly.
It's because of other people.
And I'm someone who's also not only sympathetic but very empathic.
So sympathetic. Me too, bro.
I'm
Like,
very, very empathic. Have you ever studied like indigoism? Like the research behind like indigo children and stuff like that?
I don't think so, but I do know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about, like when you can just be in a room and like, it's not as if like you're a sidekick, you kind of are a sidekick, but it's more of like, you know what someone's gonna say or like some shit.
You're very intuitive.
Yeah, you're just fucking awake and aware and like, you can like feel like that vibration, like that fucking, that signal.
And I did a lot of research on indigoism and just empathy, period. And I realized, even before I did my research on indigoism, I had this one friend named Matthias, and he was very empathic. He was someone who suffered from depression, alcoholism, bipolar disorder, and he was very, very empathic. And his empathic abilities made it very hard for him to cope with it, because not only was he feeling his own feelings, but he was feeling everybody else's feeling when he walked into a room. It got to a point to where me and him were so linked up with emotions that I didn't even need to call him and understand that he was having a bad day. I could feel him from miles away. And I would call him every single time. I would call him and be like, yo, what is wrong? I know you're not in a good mood because I'm not in one. What is wrong?
That's crazy.
And we would literally just sit there and talk for hours. And he told me, like, listen, as much as my own emotions fuck me up, being in a room full of other fucked up emotions that I can feel every single minute and every single hour makes me even more suicidal.
Me too, bro.
And that's why you gotta put positive energy into the world, because whatever you put into the world will come back. And that's why I'm all about peace and positivity, because I just feel like it'll manifest back. If I want that, if I genuinely want that, I have to put it out for it to find me. For it to reflect back off and find me. Yeah. If I want peace, I have to give you peace. It's not all about me. I have to give you peace so it'll come back to me.
That's so true.
That's what it's all about. So if people want peace, they have to stop perpetuating hate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why my whole thing is stop hating on everything and start helping others every day, because if it's not that, then
what are you doing? Yeah.
What am I doing? You know what I mean?
You're going to play some of his music?
So that was a good topic. I want to get into. We're gonna play some of your music. You want to tell the people exactly. Let's touch back on the music with you.
Yeah, buddy. Your boy B Mess out here on the fucking All Boss Moves, ABN101.com worldwide. Let's fucking go.
Hey, let's get it. Appreciate the shout out, bro. So you've been doing this a while, and you typically, your genre of music is what? What would you call it?
I would say like alternative, jazz, blues, rock.
Yeah? Wow, okay.
Cool. I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear this. We're going to get in. We're going to play, give everybody your artist name again.
Your boy's artist name is Messin' Around, MESEN Around. My last name is Messin, so it fits perfectly.
That's so dope. I love that.
This album,
How'd you come up with
that? I think I was like in fucking preschool, and one of my teachers was like, don't be messing around.
And you were messing around.
Yeah,
and you
buddy.
came up with it.
Messing around with the girls.
That's funny. So, all right, we're gonna get it. We're gonna listen to some messing around singles right here.
You guys are the first ones to hear this right here. This is off of the new album "Sex in the Sky." Drops on October 19th.
That is fire.
I fucking love that.
That is a fire title.
October 19th.
Yes, sir.
Tell them again.
October 19th. "Sex in the Sky."
Where can we find it? Tell the people where they can find it.
iTunes, Spotify, any fucking music platform. It's gonna be on there.
So they just type in "sex in the sky" and it's gonna
Sex
say
in the
messing
Sky.
around.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You already
checked
know.
out Fam's Instagram following? 4,000 over 2,000. You're going ham, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It's all about network.
That's what
All
I'm
about
talking
it.
about.
It's all network.
Let's play that shit.
All right, here it is.
This one's for your mental brain.
That is the simple fact, which is at the basis of an astonishing law of prosperity and success. In 3 words, believe.
If you want to go get that body, you can go right there.
That's the only thing that messes me up.
William Shakespeare put it this way: our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. George Bernard Shaw said, people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world, if they can't find them, make them.
Yeah, bro. Shit's great. Absolutely.
Thank you, bro.
100%. I'm all about being like, I want to do every genre, but. That shit was crazy.
That was really good. You're talented, man.
Thank you, man.
Very talented.
I was
Very
recording that
talented.
myself and mastered it myself and everything.
That was just
What
that was
what do
so
you,
good.
What do you play instruments?
Oh yeah, drums.
Let's talk about that.
Drums, keyboards, guitar, sing.
You do a little bit of everything.
I pretty much do everything. You put an instrument in front of me, I'll fucking learn it and get it down.
Prince.
I gotta have you come through to the studio, man.
Hell yeah.
You gotta come through to the studio
Oh,
because Hendo and I are not your typical in the box
But that's
rappers,
the thing,
so
though.
to speak.
That's,
We're musicians.
That's the way to do it, though. You don't want to collab with someone that's like similar. I mean, you kind of do, but like,
no.
you kind of want to collab with people that are the exact opposite.
The growth lies in coming outside of your comfort zone, and I always am all about stepping outside of my comfort zone.
Right.
Whenever I feel comfortable, I don't like it. I've adapted. Most people don't like going out of their comfort zone because they don't like how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like going out of my comfort zone. I don't like the feeling of staying stagnant and staying within the box.
Yeah.
So you gotta come fuck with us in the studio
I would
because
love to, bro.
on some musicians shit, I feel like we could get some shit done.
I'm good at hooks, so I got the hooks down.
That's what we need, man.
We're down, man. we're all about it. You got anything else you wanna play for us?
Let's see what else we
That
got.
was really good.
Yeah, word. Yeah, one more song and then we gotta close up.
Sounds good.
You guys are gonna miss it, but me and Brandon are gonna smoke a really nice blunt later.
Yeah, buddy. I gotta turn this one up. This is instrumental.
And what is this called?
This one's called Blue Surf.
Blue Surf?
Oh yeah.
Do you listen to Jack Johnson? Yeah. The man kind of reminds me of this.
dope.
I love Jack Johnson. You know who Jack Johnson is? Jack Johnson. The surfer, guitarist. He's dope. Yeah, I listen to him. Should say the same to you. How the fuck do you?
That's dope.
He gives me peace, bro.
Yeah, man, that's the way you do it.
I love Jack Johnson. In Between Dreams.
Dude, his whole entire career is just, he just does that and surfs all day, bro.
You want to hear something funny? This gives me the same vibe, bro. This is crazy. I used to snowboard and listen to Jack Johnson, like, down the mountain. You would think I would listen to something like more uppity and crazy, but I was listening to that.
Hey,
just relax
that's
me.
the way to do it, bro.
It's the life. Really dope. Wow.
Round of fucking applause, bro. Woo!
Let's give my man a fucking round of applause. That shit was incredible. That shit was incredible, my man.
Thank you, bro.
You kind of
Thank you.
I don't know who would you say your influences are? Because I want to talk
that's a
about
good
that for a
one.
second. We got like a minute or two, and then we got to wrap it up.
Well, man, that's a good one. Obviously Bob Marley's the man.
Love Bob Marley.
Bob Marley's the man. But let's see
Absolutely
some
is.
bands that are recent. Peach Pit from Canada. They're fucking golden. Somersault from Texas. The fuck is that band?
You ever listen to the Front Bottoms?
Yeah, bro.
I love the Front Bottoms.
Front Bottom Symposium. Oh my god. There's this band in Indonesia that I'm working with. Dude, the song is nuts, bro. She sends me a dubstep song. And I'm like, what? I never did a dubstep song, but I fucking killed it, bro.
That's awesome.
So that shit should be dropping.
Hendo and S.H.O.E will be doing some dubstep in the next year.
Hell yeah, bro. People dig it. I mean,
do you like Incubus?
yeah, I love Incubus.
That's my favorite rock band.
Really, that's dope as fuck. Pink
Incubus
Floyd,
is my
I
favorite.
like Pink Floyd.
And I hear like a mix between like it sounds like Incubus, Sublime, and like Jack Johnson.
That's dope.
That's like what that sounds like. to
That's
me.
dope as fuck.
That's crazy. So
Let's get it. Sex in the Sky, yo.
yeah, everybody, please do me a favor. Go check out Messin' Around. He's dropping an album on October 19th. It's called Sex in the Sky, and you can find it on Apple, Spotify, everywhere. You can find it everywhere. So go check that out when it comes out, because that shit's going to be dope. I can already tell just from the few samples that he just showed us up here. Brandon, we really appreciate you coming up and kicking it with us.
Bro. Thank
we
you.
had it. This has been a great episode. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you, man.
We love having you up here. So, do you have anything you want to say to your fans or anybody listening in or the people?
Just want to say shout out to everyone out there that has supported me throughout the way. Fucking you guys, I wouldn't have been here without you guys. I wouldn't have released this album without you guys. And just, I know everything in life is tricky sometimes, but we must move forward. We must not look back at the past, but look in the future, because there's so much great things happening for us, and things aren't going as well right now, but this is the shit that's going to sprout us. All this negative shit is going to sprout us into a fucking beautiful ass flower, and we're going to be fucking blown in the wind.
There's beauty in the struggle, baby.
We're going to look back at this and be like, this was so small. I don't know how it affected us, but in the end, guys, the one thing that really does make sense in the world is love, and I hope everyone out there finds the love that you deserve. I hope everyone can be as happy as you can be.
All right, that pretty much wraps it up, guys. We just want to let everybody know before we close out for today, if you guys ever have any issues, anything that you want to talk about, anything you're going through, you know Hendo and myself, you can reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram. You can message us, DM us, anything. And, you know, if you have our number, you could text us. I don't care if you call. I don't care what time it is. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Hit us up anytime, because we know that's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why we have this show. We know you guys are going through stuff. And if you don't have that person to talk to, we're always here. Just remember that. Love to all you guys. And just make sure you tune in every Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Catch us on The Connection, where we connect the dots between hip-hop and mental health. We the plug. We out. We'll see you guys next week.
Woo! Dicks.